Hey everybody, welcome to the 4K Lowdown presents Top 10 Tuesday. I am your host David and my co-host is
Rich, Turnerfan77.
Rich. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's
Oh, good.
not bad. Pretty good week.
Yeah,
Things
for the most
things
part.
are going okay health-wise, so I'm happy about that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad
Um
to hear that.
yeah, well especially the doctor's like, "I don't need to see you for 4 months." And I'm like, "Cool, that's a good
Hey,
sign."
that's always good. That's always good.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
Um so this week we're continuing our horror movies
Right.
and we're focusing on the subgenre of gore.
Oof.
And um, I realized something when when I gave you my favorites. I think I broke you, bro, and I'm sorry. I want to apologize, right off the bat and say, dude, I'm sorry. But
No, it it's hard to put it this way. These movies, I realized I hit my limit on one movie I absolutely loved, and I'm going to track that movie down and add it to my collection. I'm sure
mhm,
you know which one it is already.
I know which one it is.
And there's one I can't erase from my memory.
You can't unsee it,
I can't unsee it. There's just
and I
I
know
can't.
which one that one is too.
Yeah. So
So, uh, um, and I came to an interesting conclusion because of that.
mhm,
With because we talked about all movies are subjective. It's
right.
your own personal opinion, but I think gore, blood and gore in particular, can be broken up by levels. There are levels
Hmm.
of gore, and there's a point that you can get to where you're like, I can't go past this point. There,
Hmm.
there are things, and I'm like, and I've determined that there are 10 levels of gore, and I went to 6, and that's where you broke. There's some stuff I won't watch out
Yeah.
there, and you said I was a sick bastard, and I
You
I
are sick.
agree to a point. But I am tame compared to some of the other people out there that
Yeah.
because I'm an admin in a lot of horror movie um,
Hmm.
groups and pages and things like that on Facebook, and these guys are way off compared to me, to where I'm like, dude, I can't, no.
Yeah.
um
That one
because
movie, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
what did I just
What
step
what did I
into?
ever do to David? What did I do to David?
I well, and that was the thing. I was like, okay, you know I want to see how far I can go with you.
Hmm.
um
That's what she
so I
said.
was like, okay, I'll do this one, and then we'll do this one. I started, you know real I'm gonna say I started really tame,
You
and
did.
then accelerated exponentially, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this one, and I know which one we're talking about, and we're
Yeah.
gonna get to it. We're gonna talk about it because I was like, okay, it is one of my favorite gory movies, but it's not one that I watch a lot. I will watch it every once in a while, and I have to be alone in the house. There's no one that will watch it with me.
Because they're smart.
Because they're smart. They're the smart ones. Um, but there are movies that are just gory for being gory, and those are the ones that I don't like. If you don't have some kind of story, some kind of point that you're going to make, don't just sit there and just give me grotesque all the way through.
Right.
Like, don't give me Human Centipede. I don't
Yeah.
want that.
I'm so glad you didn't put that. I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna
No,
have to pass.
no, it can't. I mean, the first one I didn't think was bad, but I don't even qualify that as one of my favorites at all. The second one is nasty, and I won't watch it again. It took me a month before I ate chili after I watched Human Centipede 2, just to give you an idea. So, and I didn't even touch 3. I was like, there's no way I'm watching 3 because I couldn't handle 2.
They made three of
Uh,
those movies.
they made 3 of them.
What's up, Dell?
What's up, Dell? Happy Blood and Guts Tuesday, and to you, my
Yeah.
friend.
Hope you're doing
Uh,
well.
yeah. Um, and yeah, you're getting to Dell his conversation with KB on KB Loves Movies. That was awesome.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
I, I really liked it. I'm
No
excited
spoiler.
for I'm excited for mine. It's going to come out on the 20th, so in 2 days, that's going to be
Thursday, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Thursday.
It's going to be aired. We already recorded it. It's already done. So he's editing it and doing
Nice.
stuff to it, based on all the stuff that I said. So he took out all the parts that are stupid. Well, probably not all of it. Um, and I'm
Me too,
really
Dell.
looking forward to it. Oh, right. Yeah. See, he avoided the whole Human Centipede series, right? I I was really interested in the first one, and I watched that, and I was like, all right, that was okay. And then the second one came out. I don't know what possessed me, no pun intended. I don't know what possessed me to get that, but I did. And I watched it and I was like, that was nasty. That was disgusting. I didn't and I'm like, wait, there's a third one? No, I'm out. This is cut me off right there. Oh,
Doing
nice. Yeah,
trivia.
Dell's doing
That's
trivia
so
night
much.
with Huck tomorrow. That's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
I was trying to get in on that this month, but I don't think Huck has room. Um, But anyway, so yeah, so we're talking about gory movies, and I got your list, and I got to tell you, brother, they're pretty tame. They're
I
you
know
know
you.
I'm I'm going okay. I know I personally don't. I wouldn't call any of them gory, but there is
What?
gore. I no.
Yeah.
I not to. I mean, these are like yeah, no, not to the level that I'm talking
You
about,
know, you're
but
a level 6. I'm like a -1.
you're the rated G version of gore that
Yeah. What's
um
the fuck?
what's up, Huck?
Speaking of the devil.
Yeah, his ears must have been burning. We were talking
Yeah,
about
it
him.
must have been.
Um, but anyway, so this is going to be interesting because
It is.
you got your ones, and I'm still kind of kicking myself because I would have put My Bloody Valentine, which was in our slasher
Hmm.
section. That was one of my picks. I would have put that in gore. After I watched it again, I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, that was bloody. That would have been a
Hmm.
really good gore pick for me. Uh, but so I went, like I said, I went a little bit tame, and then I then kind of amped it up a little bit, and then yeah, I think I went too far with that last one, and I apologize. um, so we'll get there.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so you ready to get
Before
started,
we get,
brother?
yeah, before we do, what you drinking tonight?
I actually have nothing in front of me right now.
Oh shit, you better go get something.
I'm I might. I don't think I have. I'm just gonna grab some water really quick.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking the same thing I'm always drinking.
Yeah,
This,
yeah. You got your sparkling
and then I
doodah.
got
What flavor you got this time?
strawberry citrus. I still can't figure the camera thing out. Strawberry citrus,
Okay,
and I got a dew
nice.
with me because just in case we go late.
Yeah, which we probably will. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't think we're gonna talk too much about these. You're gonna be like, I didn't like that. I don't want to talk about it. But I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. So, Huck, if you're still here, David broke me with his gore. I hit my limit, which I did. I thought I had a very high tolerance. Nope, I do not. I will admit that. I like horror movies, but just not to the level of David. David put this movie. I'm sure you guys have all heard of it, seen it. Hopefully you haven't seen it because oof, I was like, oh man, it was
Yeah,
pretty fucked up.
you're talking about that movie again.
Yeah, I didn't say what it was.
Oh, we'll get to it. And you'll be like, oh no. Um,
I will not be adding that to my collection.
I didn't think so. I saw your star rating on Letterboxd for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I went too far.
But we'll get to it when we get. Yeah.
No
No.
Martyrs for Turner, right? Martyrs was almost one of my picks.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh man.
It depends on what type of gore. It depends. Like slasher gore, that
Well,
doesn't.
I was gonna say because one of the movies is really super gory. You loved it.
Yeah, that's the kind of gore I don't mind.
So that's interesting. And but like I said, there's and when we score this, and I'll get into the topics that we're going to discuss with the gore type is there's gore and then there's like disturbing, like how disturbing the movie is, and those are
Yeah.
the two types. So we're going to talk about the gore in the movie, and then we're going to talk about how disturbing the movie is. But yeah, so Martyrs almost made my list, Del. I'll be honest with you, and also Inside. Those are both French movies, and yeah, not the American remakes, but yeah, those will take the starch out of your shorts. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But Martyrs especially, Martyrs is just vicious. It's so.
What is it? I mean, I'm not familiar with it at all.
Let's how can I put this? You know what? Let me read the box.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie that he picked, I almost turned it off. But I was like, nope, I'm not going to turn it off. I'll make my way through it. Just because it wouldn't have been an honest rating, if that makes sense, if I stopped it. Because I wanted to see where it was going to go. And I kind of figured, I won't say I called it right away, but there was hints of how it was going to end. But yeah.
Okay, so on the front cover it says one of the most ferocious horror films ever made.
But that's it?
No, I'm going to read the back. That's just on the front. So it says, prepare to be shocked, terrified, and awed by one of the most ferocious horror films ever made. Oh, interesting. Like nothing you ever witnessed, this harrowing journey starts with two young women hell-bent on avenging the brutal kidnapping, torture inflicted on one of them when she was a young girl. What they encounter is a nightmare so terrifying and a mystery so powerful it will make you question the world as you know it. Brilliantly acted, exquisitely photographed, and boldly conceived, Martyrs presents a new breed of horror film.
Adele says Martyrs is not just gory, it's disturbing. That's
Yes.
what's hard.
Yes.
Well, how old is it?
It's early 2000s, I think. 2008.
That doesn't seem that long ago, but it is.
No. But no, it did. It almost made my list, so that's well, you can't really see it. Ah, no. It's gone because it's white. Hold on, let me take this off.
Hold on, let me turn the chats off real quick. Okay, so I can see it.
Turn my screen off, so that's what it looks like.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it was like it's kind of revengey and it's kind of torture-y at the same time. But yeah, it's violent. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I probably never will watch that.
No. And then there's another one called Inside, and that one is also very disturbing, and it's very gory, but it's really focused. It's centered around like 3 people, maybe 4 people max. And it's just so realistic that it'll give you chills. Yeah. It looks like it's a real thing. And that's what really sets it apart. Okay. Yay, let's get this party started.
Let's go. Get my notes. Okay.
All right. So let's start light. We're gonna start with one of mine.
Okay.
We'll start light and we'll go with Final Destination 2. as
Okay.
our first pick.
Oh shit! I forgot to put that in my notes. That's okay. I don't need them.
Yeah, you kind of know. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie, I forgot that AJ Cook was in this because I loved her in Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Um, you can tell she's young. Her acting chops weren't quite there yet.
Yeah.
Um, I say that with most of the cast in this. For me, I remember I still enjoyed the movie. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
What set it apart from or brought it down was the acting. I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Oh yeah,
And
it's the acting's not very good, but
you know,
that's not what you're after really
right. Oh, I
when
know.
you're looking at this. And this was like this was on the low end for me as far as gore goes, but
Yeah, me too.
I do like the gore in it.
Hmm.
And what sets it apart with me is the logging truck scene,
Yeah.
which if you know, you know,
Hmm.
because I actually experienced that in real life.
Oh man.
So when I was 17. So and that was one of the scariest things I've ever had to deal with in my life.
Wow.
Uh, but so and that's part of the reason why I picked it. This movie kind of hits home for me. So it's it's one of those it's disturbing for me because it makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't everybody though?
Yeah.
Everybody feels uneasy when a logging trip because of this movie. Because
Yeah.
of this movie, everybody's like, I don't want to be next to this logging truck. And
Or
yeah,
trucks pulling like pipes, like
yeah,
metal.
or the big cement
Uh-huh.
girder. Yeah, I'm just like, oh crap. Anything around that could just roll off that's held by a chain
Yeah.
that is not strong enough to hold.
Right.
Yeah, and he never experienced it in real life. But that's what makes this film disturbing for me is because of the real experience that I had. Um, okay, so let's talk cast. I
Um.
mean, we got. I didn't. I wouldn't back then. There's no way I would have
Yeah.
known AJ Cook.
No
So I
one
can't give
stands
that
out for
point.
Tony Todd.
Well,
That's the
Ali
one.
Larder stands out because she
Oh yeah,
was
because
in the first one,
yeah,
and
I forgot.
then Keegan Connor Tracy stands out to me. Um,
Who that is?
that's the girl in the car that gets the. I think she was a reporter or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they're out in the field.
yeah,
Yeah,
out in the
yeah,
field, and then Terrence T.C. Carson because he was on Living Signal. So, but again, we're not talking about who we recognize. It's
yeah.
does do the characters we recognize take away from the movie itself, and I don't think
Hmm.
they do.
I don't think
Tony
so.
Todd especially because if he's in there, it's a scary movie.
Yeah,
And you don't see him until later, and I think he's like a mortician or something.
yeah.
He was
He's a
just kind of,
mortician.
yeah. And then so they go and talk to him, and he's like, does that voice, and you're like, okay,
Hmm.
yeah, I know this is a horror movie now. I get it.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go 8. I thought the cast
I'm, I'm
was
happy with an
solid.
8 on that too.
Yeah, and the acting, yeah, the acting's not. It's
No,
not what I'm here for.
right.
So, but yeah, the acting's pretty bad.
It's not
W- Way,
atrocious or
it's
bad.
not horrible, but
No.
and it's 2003, so it's early 2000s. That kind of
Hmm.
that kind of still gets the late 90s vibe, and it's
Hmm.
the first sequel to the original Final Destination. So they were just trying to shove one out, I think,
Yeah.
and not really have much of a script going with it. So I'm going to go 6 for the acting.
Yeah, I'll go 6. I agree with you on that.
All right, so let's go to the plot. I'm going to read the box this time, unless you want to do the IMDb again.
Just do your box so you don't have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I mean, it just me. I have to get my magnifying glass because I'm a blind and apparently a sick bastard. So I'm blind and sick. It's a matter of life and death when 8 strangers narrowly escape a catastrophic freeway accident. Only a young girl's premonition saved them all from a grisly end. But now they have to put a rift in death's design. There is a price to pay, and it's going to be painful. I like it. I don't love it.
Yeah, it doesn't ring like the first Final
What
Destination.
it. Yeah, I'm like, okay, catastrophic freeway accident doesn't say anything about a logging truck.
Mm-mm. Well, you got to kind of save
You
that.
got the premonition thing, you got the grisly end, and you got now they have to put a rift in Death's design.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
7 on that.
I think a 7's a good score, bro.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down for a 7. Okay, ending.
I liked it.
I dug the ending, the whole
Mhm.
thing. Now, because I, I'm gonna I call this 2 endings. It's got kind of a double ending because you
Yeah,
got
I agree.
the whole thing with the lake and she dies and comes back to life. Sorry to
Hmm.
spoil it for everybody, but it's 2003. It's almost
Yeah,
20 years old. But then the other thing
the
happens.
barbecue.
Yeah.
I dug that.
I dug that.
I
I
dug that.
like that because it's like all of a sudden there's a body part lands on the
Yeah,
table, and I
and
was
the mom.
like,
Ah,
loved it,
I did too.
loved it.
I'm gonna go 9.
So I'm gonna go 9. Yeah, I think nine's great.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I wanted. It lets you know. And the thing about I don't know, the thing about the Final Destination movies is it doesn't really lead into a sequel, but the
Mm-mm.
ending generally tells you, okay, you didn't fix it.
Right.
It's like, guess what? This is not going to go well for you. I mean, going back to the original one
Hmm.
where they travel and they get hit by the sign, I was like rolling. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, you can't cheat death. You can just
Uh-uh.
kind of prolong it for a little while. So
Now I kind of want to go back and watch the rest. I know they're working on a new one.
yeah, I think they are.
Yeah.
I would really love a 4K set of these.
Yeah.
I would be so down for it. I still only have the DVDs.
I have the first 2 on DVD. Then I bought them digitally in a collection. No, I
Mm.
didn't get the collection. I bought them individually because they were like $5 a piece at one time
Oh,
on
nice.
Voodoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I own them all on DVD.
I have them
And
all.
there have been a couple times where I just marathon them. It's just
Yeah,
all the way through because they're really fun to watch. You don't
but
have
this
to
was a
have
fun one. I will
yeah,
give it that.
this was a fun watch. This is probably my favorite, not just for the basis in fact for me, but this is one of my favorites out of the group. I did like the 5th one though. And how the 5th one is actually a prequel to the first, but you don't know
Right.
until later. And I dug that a lot. So if you guys
It's
get a
been so long.
chance, definitely check out 5. I didn't, 4 was probably my least favorite, and maybe the roller coaster because it was all right, but yeah,
Oh, that's a good deal.
3 and 4 were like decent. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's a good deal.
That's a good deal. I wish I'd have seen that
Yeah.
because I would like the Blu-rays. But yeah, I'm hoping for a 4K. Cross my fingers. This is
New items.
2003, so next year would be 20th anniversary,
Well, they could.
maybe. Um, all right, so let's talk about story.
Pretty
It's
simple.
it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Cheat death. Death comes after you.
No matter what.
The the what's up, my friend? Really old movies.
Yeah. Really old movies. Thanks for
Hmm,
joining us.
yeah. Um, I don't think that's your first time. Well, first
Yeah.
time chiming in on the show. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, story's simple.
Yeah.
It's 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 really kind of at this point they've kind of stereotyped it. We're going to premonition to cheat death, and then death's going to come up with creative ways to kill you.
Yeah.
Um,
I- I'm gonna go. For me, I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah, 7. That's a good score.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Um,
But
so
I would like to know, be the individual, like to just hear the conversation of the people that come up with it, the writers, each person that dies, because it's something different.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I was like, how did they think that out? What was their
how,
process?
how do they come up with that? Is it like they
Yeah.
look at the guy and they go, you know what? I want to hit that guy with a ladder. I,
Right?
I want that guy to fall on a fork. And you know what? That guy needs to blow up in a bar with a barbecue
Yeah.
grill. That,
Yeah, I would like to see it inside the writer's room on these
yeah.
deaths.
It's like, yeah, where do they come up with this and how do
Yeah.
they place it? They're like, okay, here are the death scenes that we're going to do. And then they get their cast and go, okay, we're going to put this one with him and put this one with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
That would be fun just to be a fly on the wall
Yeah.
in their concept room with how they're designing all this stuff. Because the unlike Saw is pretty intricate, but the deaths in the Final Destination series are really intricate. They're really
Yeah.
like the greatest and most horrible Rube Goldberg project ever. And I say that because I had to do that with all 3 of my kids in junior high. Um, and they were all horrible and fun at the same time. Okay, so let's talk about the scares in Final Destination 2. And I kind of liked them. I
They
was
were okay.
I think the scariest thing for me is that you can't fight death. Death is
Uh-uh.
just an entity that in this franchise, it's an entity that you can't fight. You all you can do is try to escape, try to, you
Yeah.
know, either hide in a, I'm just going to say in the beginning, Ali Larder, who was the only one that survived the first movie, she's in an institution.
What's up, Jared?
And there's Jared. What's up, Jared? Um, so that adds an element for me
Yeah.
of scare because I'm like that's something I can't fight. I can't see it.
Yeah.
So that gives me an element of scare. So I think there's more jumps for me. So I'm gonna go 6 for the scares
Yeah.
here.
I'll be happy with the 6. Since we've seen these movies multiple times,
Hmm.
it's hard to be jump scared. You know what I mean?
Ooh, so what's your favorite Universal classic monster movie? Dracula's a really good choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Wolfman.
I'm going to agree with David on this one, Wolfman.
I do like Dracula, but I
Yeah.
really like the original Wolfman.
Just the visuals.
Yeah, because that I mean, for it being that old, the way that they
Hmm.
did the transformation scene for the Wolfman, because it was just kind of like they faded it, and it was just there. All of a sudden, they had
Yeah.
the hair and stuff. I dug that. I thought that was
Me
really
too.
cool.
Do you own
So
them in 4K yet?
no, I
Me
don't.
neither.
It's definitely on my agenda at some point, but I'm gonna wait till the price goes down
Yeah.
and maybe think, ooh, Bride of
Oh,
Frankenstein.
that's a
Nice
good one
choice,
too.
Dell. Nice
That's a good one.
choice. Um, uh, maybe see if I can get it for a Christmas present or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
But thanks for the question. Really old
yeah,
movies.
great question. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, making us think. All right, so let's
Well,
talk about
Huck
jump
says,
scares.
one more. Huck says,
Oh, check
check
out
out the.
Invisible Man. So much better than you think. It isn't talked about as much as Frank, Drac, or Wolfie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I haven't seen that in
I
like
have.
40
God,
years.
yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Uh, I remember seeing it
Invisible
when I was a
Man.
kid. I think my grandpa made me watch it.
Made you watch it?
Mm-hmm. Made me watch a
Yeah.
lot of shit.
I was like, the Mummy is one that I was like, I'm not buying the Mummy. It wasn't. wasn't. I'm like, come on, this thing's moving really slow. And then of course I love zombie movies, but
Hmm.
um, uh, it's just interesting. talking about those. Okay, back to jump scares in Final Destination 2. I really like the jumps in here because once the Rube Goldberg gets started,
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, okay, like the airbag.
Oh, that was brilliant. I love that.
It was so well done, and
Uh-huh.
that gave me a start.
Yeah.
The barbecue. I mean, just the way that they do it, it's almost they're trying to be jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to go 9.
This
Oh,
is so sorry. I don't know because we've seen these movies multiple times,
right.
and for me, I think,
I've got to put myself in the first watch. Is
yeah,
what I'm trying to do.
that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 8 too.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
want 9, so you go 8.
Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you went 9 or 8.
Yeah. I was thinking about 8, but as I was talking about it, I'm like, okay, for my first watch, I jumped quite a bit. I was, they surprised me quite a bit with some stuff, so I was digging on that. So, and plus the the whole logging truck scene was
Yeah.
whoa. Okay, special effects. Special effects in here are
10. I did.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how this is not a
Yeah.
10.
No.
They did such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about the gore.
Okay.
So, and this is, kind of like how we discussed with the monster movies, we talk about carnage. We're just
Mm-hmm.
talking straight gore. So this is like body parts, blood, intestines, just like
There's all of that in this movie.
it's all that. It's all that and a
Mm-hmm.
bag of chips in this one. Not that you would use the bag of chips, but
For me, this is a 10 for gore.
okay.
It's not a gore. I mean, in David's world, it's not gore.
It's it's gory in my world, but it's far enough that it's spread out enough to where it's not just constantly
Yeah. Yes.
crap happening to you
Yeah.
in your face. Um, so yeah, so I'm not gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 8, but so that averages out to a 9. And then disturbing. So how disturbing is this movie?
I don't think it was disturbing.
I don't think it's that disturbing.
No.
Um, so
I think,
normally I would put this in the paranormal
yeah, I was
area.
just thinking that earlier.
But
This is
yeah,
maybe paranormal.
but I wanted to go easy on you. I was trying to pick something. Okay, it's got gore in it, and
You're trying to break the fourth
I
minute.
wanted to kind of ease you into it, before I gave you that one movie. So not really disturbing. I
I'm gonna go
think I'm gonna go.
4.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Uh,
go 4. I'm trying to go 5, but I
yeah.
think I'm gonna go 4.
And it's funny that you said that because this was my first movie I watched off your list.
Hmm. I was kind of hoping it would be because you were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, Final Destination 2, I know that one. I can do that."
Yeah.
And
And just so you guys know, David said none of my movies were gory. Not a one.
not gory enough.
Yeah.
Not gory enough. Maybe,
There's some
maybe
cool gory kills, and at
yeah,
least
some
I
good
thought were.
kills. I mean, some great slashers and some great monster movies, which would have been awesome. But yeah, I'm trying to score them though as gory and disturbing, not so much, but that's okay. This is a good start. So let's go to your first one. And we're going to do 28 weeks later.
Nice. I love this
Oh,
movie.
speaking of which, sorry about this. I forgot something. Final Destination 2 budget was 26 million, made 90.9 million in the box office.
So it tripled its budget. So that's a win.
Yeah.
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 I
And
can
this
see
is
why they.
2003. So I can see why they made more of them because
Mhm.
they actually made profit. Okay.
Yeah.
28 weeks later, this is 2007, budget of 15 million, made $64.2 million in the box office, so really
wow.
good profit, and $25.2 million in video sales
Oh,
when it
nice.
came out on physical. So I'm trying to get that information as well, but I couldn't get a lot. But I found a good website that I like
Oh, good.
to give me some of those figures, but I still couldn't get the budget on one of these movies. I think two of them.
Didn't we have that issue last time
Yeah,
for one of them?
we had that issue last time with one of mine
Yeah.
where I could not find a budget, and there was two that I couldn't find a budget for on this one. But and then a whole bunch of I think I only got like maybe four. I think I got video sales. But
Yeah.
anyway, 28 weeks later, this is a sequel to 28 Days Later. And of course, number 3, which is 28 months later, is going to be coming out, I think, in 2024.
Nice.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. But let's talk about the cast.
It has Jeremy Renner.
It has Jeremy Renner. It has Robert
Idris Elba,
Carlyle,
and that dude
Rose
from Lost.
Byrne. That dude from what?
Lost. He was Walt's dad. Harold, I think his name's Harold. His son, he had his son.
Oh, Harold Perrineau. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now. But yeah, Jeremy Renner, Rose Byrne, Robert Carlyle, Catherine McCormick, Idris Elba, Imogen Poots. A pretty amazing cast.
It did have a really good cast.
This would be a 10 for the cast if we were going by recognition. But
to be honest, Jeremy Renner hadn't hit big yet.
No, Jeremy Renner hadn't big. Who was the biggest? The biggest one in here for me was Robert Carlyle. I mean, I recognized him, but it didn't, but yeah, Jeremy Renner and Idris Elba, they weren't huge at this point.
So for me, I'm gonna still say a 10 because none of them take away of knowing who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the person you noticed, you said you knew, I didn't even know who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a 10 for me.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I'm good with a 10. All right. Acting.
Acting was better than Final Destination 2.
Sure.
But was it like Jeremy Renner, the talent performance? No. I think
there's nobody that really stands out for me. I mean, except Robert Carlyle. I think he did a really good job. I know you didn't know who that was, but I mean, he was kind of the main guy. But when he started changing, I was like, "Whoa, that was really good." So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go 7.
I'll be happy with a 7 too. Yeah.
All right. So you go over there because you're done. 28 weeks later. Okay. The terror and devastation unleashed in 28 Days Later picks up 6 months after the rage virus has decimated London in this heart-stopping horror sequel that surpasses the original. Okay. I'm going to cancel that part because we want to just read the synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
With order restored and the war against the infection won, the U.S. Army steps in to help repatriate mainland Britain. But one of the returning refugees carries a terrible secret that threatens to reignite the deadly explosion of bloodlust, carnage, and chaos. Repatriate.
I'm going to go with 7 on that.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
It intrigues me just a little bit, but it doesn't make me, hey, I want to go watch this right now.
Yeah. There's your train.
Yeah. I do like the way the zombies looked in this movie. I like how they did it. They're more scarier than the Walking Dead zombies.
Oh yeah. Well, and then because 28 Days Later was one of mine for the monster one,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, we talked about that. That's right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a great sequel,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I really dug this one.
yeah. Okay, ending. What do you think of that?
It's okay.
Yeah,
Um.
I think it's more about the journey with this one.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that's a number 7 for me too.
yeah, I'm down for that.
I
And then story.
I'm thinking this is going to be another 7. I think.
Okay, throwing sevens at it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I think that I put that on par with Final Destination because we gave that a 7.
yeah.
Um, because it's kind of a simple thing. One person.
Isn't it the
You know,
mom?
yeah, I
Spoiler alert.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah, because she's in that room
yeah,
and she bites someone, right? Am I
yeah.
remembering it wrong?
No, I think you're right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know she gets Robert Carlyle, and then
Mm-hmm.
he's the one that kind of like just goes bonkers and
Yeah.
starts eating a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. I'm happy
Uh,
with the 7 on this. Like you said earlier, it's about the journey.
yeah. Um. Okay. Scares.
Okay. The fast zombies scare me because I'm fat and I'm slow.
Oh yeah,
And
me
I
too.
wouldn't
I got
survive.
bad knees. I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. I'm old.
I'm gonna have to hurt somebody that's with me so
Yeah. I'm
that
gonna
I
push
can
them
get
out.
away.
And
I'm gonna have to trip somebody.
they're super strong. They're breaking through doors, jumping through windows.
Doing parkour and shit. They're
Yeah.
like jumping over cars and stuff, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. I would not survive
Um, yeah,
whatsoever.
I would not. Slow ones. I could probably.
Yeah. Navigate around.
I could navigate around. I could get, and then
Yeah.
I could get in shape. But I wouldn't have time to get in shape.
So
Bef-
for
before.
scares, you said this was scares, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 9 because
Okay.
just for the fact that I'm fat and I can't outrun
I'm gonna go 8, but for the same reason.
them.
Um, okay, jump scares.
There's some good jump scares.
There's some decent jumps here. I'm not as high as an 8 for
No.
me. I think I'm gonna go 6.
Yeah. I was gonna go 6 too.
Yeah. And then special effects.
I love the way they the transformation for these people.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's nothing flashy. It's simple vomit,
Yeah.
a little bit of
The
blood.
the the only thing I will say about this one versus the original is there's a little bit of CGI blood.
Yeah,
And that,
because they had bigger budget on this.
yeah, they had a bigger budget. So they're like, oh, yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
going to make it like violent, which was
Mm-hmm.
great, but you could tell it was CGI blood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to mark down a little bit for that, and I'm going to go 8.
See, I was gonna go 7. I'm gonna go
Okay.
7.
All right. I'm helping you out, bro. It's fine. Okay. Gore.
To me, this has gore in it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a scene where somebody gets their neck ripped. I think it's their neck ripped out, and you see it. I have it in my notes. Hold on.
Yeah.
There is a lot of blood.
Yes.
They're vomiting it.
They're throwing up blood. I don't necessarily consider that gore, but sure. That's it's vomit. I've thrown up blood before. That's not scary.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds bad when I say it like that. I've thrown up blood.
It
That's
does.
not bad.
That's how I found out I had COVID. I was throwing up blood.
That's how I found I had an ulcer in my
Oh,
esophagus.
Oh damn.
And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be drinking soda anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm not as high as Final Destination,
No, 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 no,
but
no.
there is some good, especially with the zombie kills.
Mm-hmm.
There is some good gore in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6. I was gonna try to go 7, but I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
at
go 6.
6 too. And then Disturbing.
Um, I don't think it's disturbing. It's just kind of
No.
terrifying. I don't know.
Though I mean the whole process seems disturbing.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
I'm going a little bit higher than Final Destination. I'm gonna go 5, but I think it
yeah,
was a
I
little
mean,
bit more disturbing than Final Destination.
yeah, I'll go 5 because you can't. There's really no fighting it. If you're slow, you're fucked. It's gonna bite you. You're gonna turn, and they're gonna be like having convulsions, throwing up, and then you're doing it. But this is a good sequel to the first one.
It was a good sequel. It was solid.
Have they named the cast for the third one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
But
listen,
let's double
that'll
check.
definitely be
28 months later. It's got a picture of the Eiffel Tower, which is going to be awesome. Now
every
it
time
just
I
says
see a movie
it says
poster.
plot. It says plot under wraps.
Oh, okay.
Do you want
I
to see
think
the
of
movie poster?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab it. Once my things are done. Probably be faster to share my screen since I dropped my screen grab.
Every time I see an Eiffel Tower movie poster, I think of that one.
As above, so below.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of when I looked at it. I was like, oh, wait, it's 28 months later. The rage infects Europe, is what it says.
That's it. Didn't you already do that?
Yep. Well, it was just London. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
like Great Britain.
That's true.
So it's spread across. All right, we'll wait for that to come up, and then I'll show that. I'll get the picture. All right, interesting. So let's go.
I wonder if these will ever get a 4K release because the Blu-ray, the first 28 days, it's a rough looking Blu-ray.
It is.
I don't know if they just didn't put care into it when they released it, but
Well, I mean, I'd almost say that 28 Days Later, the original one,
yeah.
is really close to being found footage.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what it's. As
I,
far as how it was filmed, it seemed like it was filmed more with like handheld cameras and stuff than it was.
yeah.
And I think it added
That
to the
could be a
terror for
budget thing
me.
too.
Yeah, it could be a budget thing.
Yeah, it comes to me. It comes off as a budget issue
Hmm.
because yeah. But the second one is you could tell it was a studio movie because it was all polished.
Yes,
Yeah, they just in the Blu-ray
it was.
releases.
It was. Yeah, it was very. It was very refined. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It's the difference between apple cider and apple juice. You got the first one was all cloudy and all kinds
Yeah,
of stuff
yeah,
in it. And then the
it's
second
heavy
one's like
rain.
nice and clear and you can pour it in a glass and it doesn't look gross.
Yeah,
So yeah, bringing up 28 months right now. So this is the poster for it.
hold on. I gotta turn comments off. Oh, I like that poster though.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, it reminds me of As Above, So Below.
Mm-hmm. But especially since it's red.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, the eyes up at the top, that looks female to me.
Mm-hmm. Very.
So Zombie Queen, I'm just gonna say it.
Zack
Hashtag Zombie
Snyder
Queen.
suing somebody.
Yep. All right. So let's go to my level 2 gore. And I lost my comments, which I don't need to. And my level 2 gore is Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So Hellraiser. What'd you say?
But this didn't bother me at all.
No.
Because
You know.
I have an issue with the Hellraiser movies, period.
Okay.
I have tried over and over to like these movies. Just something about them, I can't. I don't know what it is. Did I like the new one? It was okay. If you haven't
had unfiltered apple juice, try some. It's apple juice on steroids.
I haven't had apple juice in years. Have you seen the new Hellraiser yet?
No, I haven't. Yeah,
Somebody that's not a fan of the original.
I haven't heard a lot. I haven't heard a lot of good things about it, so I'll wait. I'll get it at some point. But I know I got the one that came out before this one, and I didn't like that one.
Didn't they try to reboot that? Wasn't that kind of like a semi-quasi reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
wasn't a fan of it. But I like the first 3 in the franchise. I don't know why I liked Bloodline, because it was kind of sci-fi.
Is that the one that's in space?
With the ship that looks like the puzzle box and stuff. Yeah, it was just kind of I kind of enjoyed that, but I more of a fan of 1 and 2.
You see, I put this in the same category as Phantasm. I can't. I mean, it's nothing against the movies themselves. For me, they just weren't enjoyable. I wasn't invested with any of these characters, even with the bad guys. I don't find Pinhead scary. I don't know. It's just something about these movies. It doesn't work for me. And I'm not knocking anybody that likes them. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying personally.
Yeah. No. Like, movies are subjective. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's not your cup of tea. And blind spots for me. I've only seen parts of one of the Hellraiser movies, and I'm not sure which one. All right. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Well, so Hellraiser is from 1987. Had a budget of one.
I thought that was earlier than that. When I saw that was 87, I thought, oh man, I thought it was earlier than 87.
No, I remember. Well, no, I remember when it came out, because I went to the theater to see it, and because everybody was talking about Pinhead and how scary he was, and
he's very visual.
He's very visual. Doug Bradley does an amazing job with the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. He does.
Just an amazing job, but he's not that scary. Mm-hmm. I do like the other ones, and this is kind of where the Hellraiser franchise got. It was, okay, we're going to do this, and it's all about the minions that Pinhead has.
What they call it,
and
Demonites
how,
or something like
that? I almost said Seguinauts. It's something like that.
Yeah, something weird.
Something weird. Might even be on the box. No, I do not want to. I was kind of interested though in okay, they're going to have a woman Pinhead. Okay,
she does a good job.
I'm kind of down for that.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't.
It's like Cenobites or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But anyway, so let's talk about the cast. Anyway, so budget of $1 million in 1987. That's it. That's all they had, and it made $14.6 million in the box office.
Well, see, there you go. It did good.
Yeah, it made its money. Everybody got paid, and that's probably why they did like 6 or 7 of these things.
Yeah, because it has an audience. I mean,
yeah, it has a following. There's a, and there's a following to Phantasm. I'm not a fan of Phantasm either.
Yeah,
I'm just not. And that's and those are gory, but I don't really care for him. It's like Child's Play. I am not a fan of Chucky. I don't
See,
like the Child's Play movies. I don't like the whole killer doll. That's
I think
stupid.
we had
It
this.
doesn't. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Give me Dead Silence every day and twice on Sunday, but Child's Play can go away.
See, I don't like
Because
Puppet Master, but I like Child's Play.
yeah, I like Puppet Master. I absolutely like Puppet Master. Give me the chick that's spitting up the leeches. I'm down for that. Um, but I dug the Puppet Master. Not in a scary way,
Right.
but I liked him. But yeah, but as far as I don't own a single Child's Play movie.
I have the lenticular box set.
Not one, because I've never found them enjoyable. I
What about the
just
new one?
didn't.
The
Nope.
remake.
No, I never saw it.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
it's
saw
fun.
it. Never saw the series. Just
I've
not
done the
interested.
series.
Yeah, I'm just not interested. I think eventually I'll watch it. And it was funny because I entered this contest a couple years ago and I won, and my prize was a Chucky mask. So I have this huge Chucky mask that's still in the box that I think um yeah. Give me Chucky over Puppet Master and both over the boy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the boy. I thought I was gonna like that, and I've
I
got the
like.
second
Yeah,
one, but I've never watched it.
I've never seen the
Um,
second one.
yeah, I've never seen the second one either. I bought it because I'm like, please let it be better than the first one because I wasn't happy with the first one.
Yeah,
But I'm
it was
hoping
a
that
bait and switch.
I'm hoping that it's like Annabelle because I really liked the Annabelle doll in Conjuring, but I did not like the Annabelle movie.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to get, but the second Annabelle movie was a little bit better. It's just,
Which one was the one that showed? The third one was the good one, right?
yeah, there's that
The beginning or something like that.
the origin of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
really like
dug
that.
that one. I dug that one. But kind of like Conjuring 2, I liked the nun character, but when the nun came out, I wasn't a fan of the nun.
Adele.
The first is bad and the second is worse. Yes.
That's funny.
Second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder, but a little bit worse. Um, okay, so let's get back into Hellraiser. We're an hour in. We've only done 2 movies,
Oh
so
shit.
this is gonna be bad, bro. You're gonna be asleep. I'm gonna be doing the scores myself.
Uh,
Um,
you're making fun of me. I think you're making fun of me.
well, you've been yawning
I know.
already.
I'm sorry. It's my old age.
I'm older than you, bro. I'm also 2 hours behind you
Yeah,
time
that is
wise.
true. That is
So it
true.
is only a quarter after 7 for me. So
And it's a quarter after 9.
yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, it's almost bedtime. You need to, it's time to, get your cardigan on and
Uh,
have your cup of hot tea and
I like tea, but not hot tea.
what I love all tea.
So mine has to be
You should
cold.
see my, I have a cupboard that's just full of tea, all
I think
different
you told me
kinds.
that before.
Yeah,
I think I find that fascinating.
I have a huge cupboard full of tea and I have a huge pantry full of beer. So that's kind of um that's kind of what I drink.
Tea and beer.
Tea and beer and water and just a little bit of soda when when I feel up to it. When I think my stomach can handle it. Because I can't go without my Coke Zero. I've got to stop drinking that, but
Yeah.
can't stop. All right, so let's talk about the cast for Hellraiser. I didn't recognize anybody from Adam,
No,
so I thought that was a cool thing for me. I'm at a 10 for the
me
cast.
too.
Acting,
Yeah, it sucked.
yeah. Oh, I think, like I said, Doug Bradley
Mm-hmm.
is the only bright spot as far as the acting goes. The lead girl, she's awful,
No.
and she's back in the second one too,
Yeah.
and she doesn't get better. But so I think those two cancel each other out. I did like, was it I think it's Andrew Robinson
Oh,
who
everybody.
plays Larry. Yes, Andrew Robinson who plays Larry because he's creepy. And he was the guy
Mm-hmm.
he's the guy that solves the puzzle box
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning and gets all ripped apart. He's the stepdad or whatever. Um, so I did like him, and I didn't. So I'm kind of half and half. So I'm actually going to go 5 on the
I'll,
acting.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's not what I'm after. I want
Yeah.
I want gore and scary and
See, I didn't think this was gory either.
really I kind of did
See, I thought Final Destination 2 was um maybe
more
it's
body parts and stuff. But
yeah, I think the cheese takes away from the gore in this for me.
yes, yeah, no, I agree. Hey, Cenobites, I was right. Um, Okay, so as the iconic Pinhead star, okay, in this extreme saga, Love and Death, Pleasure Beyond Pain, an ancient puzzle box, and the legion of Cenobites that feed on human suffering. Now, two decades later, it stands alone as a Carnage classic whose power to shock and disturb remains undiminished. So, okay, 20 years ago. Oh, so this is just the 20th anniversary. So it just kind of does the
Hey, hold on,
anniversary thing. Hmm?
hold on. 'Cause I had to turn the comments off to see it. That is a cool cover, though. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's a nice
That-
cover. But I've got the Arrow Blu-ray. I wonder if it's got better plot. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to read it from IMDb.
okay.
A woman discovers the newly resurrected, partially formed body of her brother-in-law. She starts killing for him to revitalize his body so he can escape the demonic beings that are pursuing him after he escaped their sadistic underworld. See, I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah, I like that better than.
I like I like that. I like that better than the movie. What the
Yeah.
movie was about. What the movie
See,
was
if I would have
actually.
read that at my local video store on the box, I think I would have picked it up.
I would have picked it up too.
Mm,
I'm. You know what? I'm gonna give that a 10.
yeah, I was gonna say 9.
Yeah. I was digging that. That was probably the
Yeah,
best one I've read from IMDb.
and you're right. That's better than the movie itself.
Yeah. I would have been like, I would have read that. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I would watch it. And I'm like, that's not what it was about. I mean, it was kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, the ending to this. And again, this is more about the journey than the
Hmm.
destination.
That's the theme
So
for these movies.
yeah, it's like you want the thing, and they actually don't want to give you closure because they
Hmm.
want the chance to put a sequel out.
Yeah.
So they kind of all did this, with a few exceptions. There's a
The one I
couple in
really
here that have
liked did.
some great endings.
Uh,
There's one in particular on my list that I'm like, the ending on this is just perfect. Um, so
I'm gonna go 6. That's me being generous.
yeah, I like your generosity. I was gonna go 7, but I can't see it giving it a 7.
Yeah.
Um, okay, story. Okay, so this is interesting. So the story goes, you have this puzzle box, and if you solve it, these creatures come and they take you to their plane, and they torture you forever and ever. Amen. Um,
Me and I.
so simple, absolutely. Unique, absolutely. Because there hasn't been anything until Cabin in the Woods, hasn't been
Yeah.
anything that kind of really did that. Um, so I dug the story, but the acting really kind of killed
Yeah.
it. So I'm gonna go 7 for the story because I
I'm
thought
a
this.
6.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, scares.
I didn't. This wasn't scary at all. I mean, for me, because like I said, I think the cheese in this movie takes away. I think it neutralizes any
Yeah, it's like
gore.
it's like putting sour cream in salsa. It just neutralizes
Yeah.
the spice out of it.
I,
I agree with that. I agree with that to a point, but there are some things. I think this is gory for me, and I'll explain why when we get to it. But as far as the scares go, maybe when the puzzle box gets solved and they first experience the
Yeah.
creatures,
I,
I was
I
like, okay, that was kind of a good one. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go 5.
I'll be happy with the 5 on that. I'll agree with you.
Jumps again
Maybe when the chains.
with the chains, and then when the post spins around and the dude's on the post, just
Yeah.
like parts of him, and he's being all torn apart.
Yeah.
That was kind of a thing. I think I'm gonna have to throw another 5 at it.
I agree. And just I don't know. I understand why some people really like it,
Hmm.
but I don't think I've ever enjoyed anything by Clive Barker.
Yeah, it's okay. And I almost went with this for the monster one, not this one, but I almost went with Nightbreed, and that's the one Clive Barker movie that I really really like.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, if you get a chance, watch it. But there wasn't enough carnage. It was Nightbreed was like monsters that are like a race of beings that are hidden and they're
Yeah.
kind of hiding from people, and a serial killer finds them out. And so there's like a huge battle with the monsters and the cops and stuff like that. And it turns out pretty cool, but it's not really gory. It's kind of focusing on one person who's actually part monster, but it doesn't show on him. And then he finds out that his heritage, that he's actually part of this. I call them Morlocks, kind of like from
The X-Men.
Marvel, because they're like underground mutants and they got stuff. It's kind of like that. They're all different kinds
Huh.
of monsters, and it was pretty cool. I like the special effects in it. And speaking of special effects, I really like the special effects in here.
Yeah.
And
I will give
from
it to that.
'87, I'm gonna give it a
Hmm.
10 because
Me too.
it really good special
Yeah.
effects. And then okay, for the gore, here's my thing on the gore. Um, because I'm just gonna say there's a lot of skin ripping
Hmm.
in here, and this is where the gore is for me. Not to mention the full-on skinless dude smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
talking to people, and the girl and the woman who's in love with him so much that she's kissing him, and he's just skinless. And
Yeah.
I'm like, good.
Yeah.
so
It's not
so
very
I,
scary.
it's not very scary, but it's disturbing, and
Yeah.
that's where I'm going with the gore on this one. I'm actually going to give it an 8.
I totally get what you're saying, and I'm gonna almost agree with you, but I'm gonna go 7.
That's okay. Okay, disturbing. And what's disturbing for me here, well, besides that stuff that I talked about, because that was
Right.
disturbing, is they treat torture, and this is way before I knew anything about BDSM, and this is this is what I thought of when I first heard about BDSM, because I was like, oh man, does this mean like torture for pleasure? And that's kind of what this is. It
Yeah.
tries to
I
make
agree with you.
it tries to make torture a form of pleasure. And that was disturbing for me. So I'm actually going to give this a 6 for the disturbing.
I like
I
your
might
argument, and I
I might
think I
even go
agree
higher.
with you.
Yeah.
I think I do agree with you. So I'm gonna go 6 too. I will probably never visit this movie ever again. It's not that it's like gross. It just yeah.
And it was so funny because I was like, oh, Hellraiser, because I actually have the Arrow Video Blu-ray, and I've wanted to see it because I was like, oh, I remember this being one of my favorite horror movies when I was a teenager. And when I went and watched it again for our show, I was like, boy, that's kind of dated. I kind of it really kind of let me down a little bit. Um, I still like the transfer. The Blu-ray transfer from Arrow is pretty good.
They always do a really good job.
They do a really good job. I mean, it was almost 4K quality for me,
Oh, no.
and it was. But yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh man, it didn't really hold up.
And
I
that's
was
the
I
thing.
was I was disappointed. It didn't hold up for me.
Remember when we were picking, was it the 80s movies? Yeah. And it
Yeah,
had the Lone Ranger movie in there.
yeah. Ooh,
I loved that movie as a kid.
I remember you talking about that.
But I'm so afraid to go watch it again because I don't want to have that
Yeah. You don't want to have
taken
that
away
that
from me.
tarnish. You don't want to tarnish
Yeah.
that feeling you had before. Because I was starting to watch it, and I said, "Are you sure this is the movie that you wanted?" Because I was like, I was kind of confused. It was really dated for me. And then
Yeah,
yeah, we
because
ended
it's
up
like
going with
early
the
'80s, I think, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's 81, so it's like,
Yeah.
and
And
I'd
I
never seen it
love,
before because I was like, oh, I'm interested in seeing it since you had it on your list, and I started watching it, and I'm like, is this the right one? Because I questioned you on the
yeah,
on which
yeah, because
one.
I didn't remember what it was, what the
Yeah.
title was. I just remember, um, well, I remember loving the Lone Ranger as the TV show. I remember
Mhm.
watching it with my grandpa, and just that whole, and then I think he made me watch that too, and I remember loving it. And I just can't go. I don't want to see. I mean, part of me does, but the grown up in me doesn't because it's not going to hold up. And then from
Yeah.
just what you said, it's terrible, right?
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I turned it off. I mean, it's just because I was like, this can't be the one they said. And I mean, it was fine, but for the '80s, it was fine. And it was just, yeah, it was not holding up for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was kind of questioning. I was like, is this the one that he wanted? And I was just wasn't sure. Um,
Dell says, side note, I'm also watching Halloween Resurrection. Man, did they retcon the shit out of H2O to start this movie? They did. They did the bait and switch.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, I want to talk Halloween, but we'll wait for a little bit later. Um, Hey, Dell, did you get those 4Ks in that box set, or are you just watching them on Blu-ray? Just curious, because I would like to know how the transfer are on the 4Ks, because the
yeah,
first five look fantastic in 4K. Um, I was surprised how well they cleaned them up.
yeah. I only have the first one, and it was phenomenal. 4K transfer is really nice.
Yeah.
Picture quality, I'm not as happy with the sound, but
You're right. Yeah, that's what I
um,
meant. For
but the
me, it's
picture
picture
quality
quality.
is really good.
So where did we leave off? I'm sorry, we got sidetracked. Watching them on Blue.
Okay. Well, we can go right into your Halloween pick if you want,
Oh,
because
are we done
we're
with Hellraiser?
well, we're done with Hellraiser. It's
Okay.
it's over.
Oh, thank goodness.
we
No, I'm
thank
kidding.
goodness, thank God it's over. we can,
Yeah,
so,
let's just do
so
Halloween while we're
so
on the
let's
subject.
jump in there because we can segue right into the Rob Zombie Halloween,
Okay.
which was your pick.
Well, this is a hot take. I know a lot of people don't like this movie.
I enjoy it.
I like
I
this movie.
I liked it.
I like the first one. Um, when I first saw the second one, I didn't like it, but I revisited it. I can't talk tonight. I revisited it earlier this year, and I still didn't like it a whole lot, but I liked some of it. I liked the kind of Lord of the Rings did. He did a lot of fucking walking in this movie.
Hmm.
In the second one,
And the second one, yes,
yeah,
there's a
they.
lot of strolling.
I liked some of the risks they took in the second one, and like with the new Halloween, which let's put a pin right here. Have you watched the new Halloween?
Nope,
Okay,
I have
Dell.
not watched ends yet
Okay, Dell. Have you seen the new Halloween?
because it's streaming on Peacock, and I don't have Peacock,
Oh, you don't.
and I just can't go to the theater and see horror
We're
movies. It
right.
just doesn't happen.
What?
So
I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't. I'm just. I know people are shitting hardcore over this
people
movie.
are,
But I understand why. But also, I enjoyed it. I liked. Um, Again, they took risks. Not all of them
Mm-hmm.
worked, but I liked the fact that we're not seeing Michael chase Laurie for 2.5 hours. The Rob Zombie one.
I like the first one, and he'll get to the second one. Yeah.
I like that we didn't see Michael chasing Laurie Strode for another 2.5 hours because we've seen that. We've seen it how many times?
That's been done.
Yeah. Would I have liked to see more? Because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just gonna say I liked it. I know a lot of people did. I think I gave it 3 stars, 3.5 stars on Letterboxd.
I think you gave it 3.5.
Yeah, I liked it. I hope you like it, Dave. Because it's gonna be hard, you know, that since the word got out, you know, everybody's pissing on it.
Yeah, everybody's pissing on it, but no, I always take that with a grain of salt and watch it for myself. Because I mean, oddly enough, I mean, you are such a fan of the Halloween franchise and Michael Myers in general, but I liked Halloween Kills more than you did.
See, I revisited it. I can't talk again. Just last week, and I think it's a fun, good movie. Again, it's the hospital scenes. You take that whole hospital scene out, where they're like that cheesy dialogue, and it's a great movie.
Yeah,
for me. Yeah, I mean, it's 2018 is the strongest out of the 3, I think, and because that movie was that was balls to the wall good. I mean, from start to finish.
Yeah, I liked it. I still, for me, I still like Kills a little bit better, except for the hospital scene. It's weird. I like it just a little bit better than 2018. If that hospital scene wouldn't have been in there, it would have been.
I think it'd been on par. I think it'd been right on par with.
It would have been. Yeah, it would have been. But I'm just certain things in Kills I really liked.
Like I don't think we've never talked about this.
Well, I'm just gonna say I really liked how Kills starts when 2018 ends.
Me too.
With the firefighters and all that, I loved that.
That is probably one of my favorite scenes.
That was so good, and that's starting me off like that puts the bar like way up there for me. And then I really like the gore. I like the kills in this. I love the gore. It's got really good gore in Halloween Kills, more than any of the other movies.
John Carpenter's score, the firefighter scene was fantastic. It is John Carpenter, right? That does the score.
I'm sure he does. I know he was involved in that.
I thought he was involved in all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But
Ends I haven't seen. I will see it at some point. Probably end up being a physical release, unless I'm still working on dropping DirecTV, and if I drop DirecTV, then I'll get Peacock, Paramount Plus, the networks, and then I'll watch it. But getting to Rob Zombie's Halloween, and I'm just gonna say, I mean, okay, Malcolm McDowell, I know. Scout Taylor Compton, I know. Of course, Sherry Moon Zombie is in every single Rob Zombie movie. But
he loves his wife, but come on.
She can't act. I'm sorry. But I have 2 high points for this one. One is Danielle Harris.
Yes.
Because I love seeing her back. I am a huge fan. And having her as a child I was like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And then having her come back for the Rob Zombie ones, different character, but loved seeing her coming back. I thought I was really happy.
And you got Machete.
Yeah. And you got Machete. Yeah. That wasn't my second one. My second one was Tyler Mane. Tyler Mane, who was Michael Myers. He's a wrestler buddy of mine.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. We work together with UPW.
Oh, cool.
And really cool guy. And I think he was, let me double check this.
He was Sabretooth.
Yeah, he was Sabretooth in X-Men. That's what I was going to double check.
Yeah.
because he was Sabretooth in X-Men, and that wasn't so good. But he was pretty much the cartoony
Yeah.
Sabretooth and not the Liev Schreiber Sabretooth that I love. But anyway, I really enjoyed the first Rob Zombie one. Second one, not so much, but I still liked it more than the masses.
Yeah.
More, but yeah, there was a lot of walking, a lot of stuff. But I
Yeah.
I
That's a
can
lot.
appreciate I can appreciate them taking risks. I can appreciate
Hmm.
them doing something out of the box. And whether even if it doesn't work, I'd be like, hey, you know what? That was an interesting idea. It
Yeah.
didn't pan out, but it was an interesting idea.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see another horror movie, a different style, maybe do something like
Yeah.
that,
I
and it
know.
would
I
probably
would
work out.
love to see a found footage of Halloween. Maybe 5 years on the
I
road.
was I was really hoping Friday the 13th was going to do a found footage,
Yeah, I knew that,
and I
but I
was
would.
really hoping that was going to get it like fell by the wayside. But I was really hoping that was gonna happen because I'd have been down
Yeah,
for a found
that would
footage
have been.
Jason movie. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
All right, so getting to the cast, I love that Danielle Harris was in it.
me too.
I love Tyler Maine was in it because he's a buddy. But yeah, I knew the rest of the guys didn't really take it away from me.
I'm at a nine.
So yeah, I think nine's a good score. I'm at
Yeah,
a 9 too. Now the acting, not so much.
no, I think
Acting's not very good.
uh,
I am not a fan of Scout Taylor Compton as an actress.
I love looking at her. I think
She's
she's
cute.
gorgeous.
I think she makes a
Um,
good final girl,
yeah,
but not she's not very good.
hmm
She's not a
and
very good
even
actress.
as Malcolm McDowell, he's
Malcolm
so
McDowell,
overstuffed.
really thought he was going to do really well.
Yeah, he did.
But he did not live up to the Donald
Mm-mm.
Pleasance role. I'm sorry.
No,
He did not,
I'm
he
gonna
he
have to go with a 6 on this one.
that's a good score. I'm down for that.
Yeah, yeah. I will say I do like Talk Scary to Me with Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Thompson. Their podcast is a nice podcast.
Hmm. I don't want to read that because it just talks about thing. Um, okay, so let's read it from IMDb. After being
Right.
committed for 15 years, Michael Myers, now a grown man and still very dangerous, escapes from the mental institution and immediately returns to Haddonfield to find his baby sister Lori.
You had me. You had
Michael
me.
Myers, you had me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm gonna go 8.
yeah, I'm gonna go 9.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
All right, ending.
You knew you were gonna get a sequel.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I knew before I watched the first one that a second one was going to be done.
yeah.
I think they even said. I think Rob Zombie was like, "Oh, I'm doing 2."
Yeah. I think he was actually gonna do 3, and I think because the second one
I think the
underperformed,
second one bombed. Yeah, I
and
think the
then
second
they're
one
like, no,
bombed.
because
Yeah,
they
they
did,
didn't.
and on her podcast, they asked her Scott Taylor Thompson to come back, and she said if Rob wasn't doing it, she wasn't coming back. Um, so ending, I'm gonna go with 7. 7 on this.
That wasn't terrible, but Pleasance carried several of these movies. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Donald Pleasance was so good that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's
If they
just
brought him
there
back.
was the shoes were too big for Malcolm
Yeah,
McDowell to fill, and I really
and
thought he could do it.
I'm not saying Don Pleasant was a great actor either.
No, no,
It
but
just
he did that.
yeah. And honestly, I don't know Don Pleasant in anything else.
No,
I
me neither.
I honestly don't.
Yeah, you're gonna go 7. I'm actually gonna go a little bit lower, and I'm gonna go 6 for the ending. Um. Okay, story.
It's the same story as the first one, the original.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, is it though? Is
and
Lori Michael's younger sister
yeah, in the first one she is.
in the original? The original Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, yeah. I thought because they retconned it out They made a joke. No, she's not. You don't know that until the second one. That's right. You don't know that.
Okay.
Until,
That's
That's right. Because they in the new one, the 2018, they make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's the second one. You don't find out about it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 8 on the story.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna go 7. But yeah, I did think the story was solid.
I like how vicious he is.
Well, yeah, because he's
a monster.
He's a monster in this. He is like
his presence.
Yeah.
Is like he's so big. You know, like when he's in the asylum, and that one orderly like kind of gets in his face, and he steps up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's terrifying. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Okay, so let's go to scares.
I have a natural fear of Michael Myers. So seeing as big as Michael Myers was when he was in his killing and stuff.
Because let's see, Tyler Mane is
6'5".
He's 6'5", maybe 260.
You compare him to Scout Taylor Thompson.
Oh, because she's itty bitty, dude.
Yeah, and then he's throwing Danielle Harris around.
Yeah, and she's itty bitty too. Danielle Harris is like 4'11".
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna go 7 on the scares. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for a 7.
I mean, he's not as
he's not as menacing.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
As the originals,
or even in 2018,
or even in the ones to follow, but he was intimidating.
Yes.
Just oppressive. It was like he shows up and you're like, fuck. It didn't matter. He didn't have to have a butcher knife. He just rip you in half. Because it was. Yeah, I totally agree.
That's what makes him scary. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, jumps. Not bad. Not great.
I think I am gonna go for jump scares. I'm gonna go 6. No, I'm gonna go 5.
I'm gonna go 6.
I'm gonna go 5. Nothing stands out in my head. Really.
Yeah. You know,
because he doesn't like jump scares.
There's nothing really.
Because he doesn't like the original Shape. He can come out of the dark slowly, and you're like, "Oh fuck, he's there."
You talked me out of it. I'm gonna go 5.
Yeah.
Okay, special effects.
I think the special effects and the kills were great. The look of him in the asylum when he had the paper mask on, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna go 7 on this.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Okay, gore.
To you, it's not gory. No,
it's like 2. I think there's
all that blood on Danielle Harris. Compared to your movies.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna go 6. You make me reevaluate my gore. You're giving me a gore complex.
Goreplex. That's funny because you're like, oh, like these are really gory, and then you watch mine, and you're like, what the fuck, Dave?
Right.
I feel really bad about my gore.
I know you're.
It's like, I got a new truck. See how big it is, and then Bigfoot drives up, and you're like, oh, damn it, bastard.
Right. I mean, He has some vicious kills.
He has
And
some
they
vicious.
joke.
He has some vicious kills, and you can kind of extrapolate. And the the unrated director's cut that I have is
Yeah,
it's better.
Yeah,
It's better. But yeah, I can't go over a 6 for the
yeah.
gore. And another one. And as far as disturbing goes, it's not very disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna go 4.
that's good. Yeah, I like the number. That's good. I like it. Let's go with that.
But I still enjoy this movie. It's a good movie.
Yep.
He chuckled.
Yeah, we got some pretty crappy scores, bro. So far, we got some pretty crappy scores. Okay, I'm gonna step off for just a second. I'll be back in a minute,
All right,
and we can go on with our next one.
all right. I'm gonna stay on the Halloween subject here. I hope that people that haven't seen it go in with an open mind, because they swing for the fences on this one, and they whiff a couple times, but they make contact. I hope, Dell, when you finally get to it, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. Especially the 2018. No, wait, which one did you say you were watching? You were watching Resurrection, right? The 2018 one's just fantastic. The 2018 one takes place. It's a sequel to the first. What? I'll pass out on the horror fest. I'll pass on the horror fest. Yeah, gore, man, it's not for me. I realize that. I mean, I don't mind gore in slasher movies or monster movies, but straight up, like showing like dismemberment for dismemberment pleasure isn't for me. But anyway, back to Halloween. Dell, I'm sure you probably already know this, but 2018 is a direct sequel of the first Halloween. It ignores 2 all the way through Resurrection. So you can watch the first Halloween, jump into 2018, then Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So you miss all that other stuff, which I didn't mind. Yeah. I originally had on my list Fresh. Oh, dude, definitely. Let me know if you do, because I would definitely love to watch that. Because I always love people's thoughts on these movies. I also had this Halloween Zombie was a substitute for Fresh on it's a Hulu original movie, which had Sebastian Stan, and I don't want to spoil that movie because that's a good movie. And David's back.
I'm back. Had to open up the gate for my dog so they can get out. All right, so let's go to my level 3 gory movie that I picked, and that was The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, nice. Dell says Fresh is really. See, I really like Fresh.
I did not get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Halloween's Rob Zombie was a substitute for Fresh.
It was an alternate, yeah.
Yeah, alternate.
I was gonna get, I was gonna get to watch it on Hulu, but I lost the chance, and then by the time today came around, there wasn't gonna be any time for me to watch it today.
The Hills. This was a first time watch for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the first part.
Okay.
I've never seen the original.
Yeah,
so,
I've seen, and there were 2 originals, I think, and there's 2 of these.
Yeah, and then the original, right?
Yeah, there's 2 originals and 2 reboots, but so the second one I'm just gonna say the first 5 minutes, I had to turn away from that movie. The Hills Have Eyes 2.
Really?
That was too gory for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that statement?
I am sure about that statement.
Well, what happens? I mean, what's the...
Okay. I'm gonna boil it into 3 words. Mutant baby birth.
Oh, yeah, you lost me. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't spoil that for anyone. And if I did, then you probably won't want to watch it anyway. But I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
There are certain things that go too far.
And that went too far.
That went
Really?
too far. Yeah.
That went too far.
That went too far. Because
And
in Human Centipede 2, there's also a birth scene. Went too far. Too far.
we'll remember this conversation, because we're going to have this conversation in probably in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And you probably won't be either, Del.
No, you probably won't be watching it.
I think I gave
Yeah, because I really liked this one. I liked the first one. So
Yeah.
I was so down to get the second one, but yeah, the second one killed me. It was too much. I think after that, but that first scene, I can't watch it. I have to skip it. And then after that, it's okay. But yeah, there's 2 things that I can't.
Wait a minute. Are the survivors of the first one in the beginning of the...
Yes.
They are?
Yes. In
Do they
particular,
die?
the girl that survives.
Yeah.
In the first one, she's the one who gives birth in the second one.
What? Is she like free, or did they capture her or something?
They captured her. She's tied to a chair.
And did she die?
Yeah. Spoiler alert, she dies giving birth.
Okay. So that dude and the baby, all 3 of them, all 4 of them die?
Yeah.
So they don't get free? Oh, that's disappointing.
You
just ruined the first movie for me.
Sorry. Let's score it first and then remember that. So, okay. So, wait, I didn't say. Okay, so Rob Zombie's Halloween. Got to get back to the numbers. Budget was $15 million. It grossed $77.5 million in the box office and $41.7 million in video sales.
Oh, wow.
So really good.
Yeah.
It basically made almost 10 times its budget.
Yeah.
So thumbs high.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that you added the profits, the box office, and the home video sales.
Yeah, me too. I kind of like, and because we've talked about that before, like we would go, oh, how much money did that movie make? And then I'd have to go and look it up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to add that as a thing so we can talk about the movie. So The Hills Have Eyes is from 2006, had a budget of $17 million, made $70.5 million in the box office, and $21.1 million video sales. So not too shabby at all.
I don't remember it being in theaters, honestly.
Oh, I do.
I don't remember it. Did they center the marketing around the girl from Lost? Because that's the only person I recognize. And I recognize the boy. I take that back. But I couldn't place where I've seen him before. He just had a familiar face.
Yeah. So you got, I think it's centered around the girl.
Because to me, she would be the only like draw like for people that recognize actors and actresses.
Yeah.
She was on Lost. I mean,
Aaron Stanford, I think, is the dude, and if I remember right, he was Pyro in the X-Men movie, X-Men 2.
Oh, really?
And he did the 12 Monkeys series. I think that's the same guy. I could be wrong. Let's double check. 12 Monkeys. Yep. 12 Monkeys, Nikita, Hills Have Eyes, X-Men 2. Yep, I was right. Ha ha.
I knew he had a familiar face.
Yeah, I remembered him from X2, I think. So I didn't really. I mean, I recognized him, and I was like, oh hey, it's Pyro, but I didn't know his name. It didn't take away from the movie for me. So I'm gonna go 9 for the cast.
I have to agree with that. I'm gonna go 9 too.
Yeah. And as far as the acting goes, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was better than some of these other movies.
So it's better than some of these other movies.
I'm gonna go. Hold on, here. I'm pulling up my notes.
I think I'm gonna go 7.
I was gonna go a little bit higher. I was gonna go 8 because the wimpy guy. I think I didn't like him at the beginning, but as he went on his journey, his acting to me got better. I was invested into this dude.
Yeah. Yeah, because he started out, he's like a prick and doesn't really, and then he shapes up as the movie progresses. I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm giving it an 8. I think his acting sold it to me.
Okay. Okay. A cross-country road trip takes a deadly turn. Oh. Okay. A cross-country road trip takes a deadly turn in this spine-tingling remake of Wes Craven's classic horror masterpiece about a stranded family that falls prey to a freakish clan of bloodthirsty mutants in the New Mexico desert.
I think I'm gonna have to go 6 because I still wouldn't watch this if you didn't pick this up or pick it out.
Okay.
If you didn't have this on your list, I probably would have never watched it.
I was down for this. I was excited for it because I like the original, and from Wes Craven, and Wes Craven had kind of a hand in writing this one too. So I'll actually give it an 8, which will average out to a 7. All right, ending.
You fucking ruined it.
You asked. Forget about that. How does this end? I dug the ending here too.
I loved the journey. Was great, and it paid off the ending. I think. So I'm gonna go an 8 on this.
Me too.
Yeah. But
and
you spoiling it, 1 or 2. No.
Down. And I'm trying to remember because I think the only one I saw was the one girl in the second one. I'll have to think about that. I don't want to go back and watch it though. I really don't. But okay, so story. Again, I dug the story here too.
Yeah. I'm thinking. It was kind of straightforward. Did it tread? I don't think it treaded the ground.
No, well, it's a remake of the original movie. So it didn't really reboot anything. It was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
You just get. I thought. Did you go? I went 7.
Yeah, I said 7.
Yeah. Okay, scares.
I didn't think it was. Personally, I'm gonna go 6 on the scares. I wasn't worried. I wasn't.
Well, yeah, I didn't feel like it wasn't something I couldn't fight. Kind of like how I think about death or whatever. I'm still at a 7 though, because I was still kind of. white knuckling it there with some of the scenes, especially when they're stranded out there in the desert, and then things start to happen. They go in um, the row that motel or the row of houses, and there's like the
Hmm.
mannequins
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It was really weird, and then you know things start happening to him, and then the one scene with the girl in the trailer that was
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right on that.
um, and I'll also put points toward the disturbing for that one because that was a pretty serious scene. Jump scares, I think there's a little bit.
Yeah. Um,
And I'll probably go 6 here.
yeah, I think I'll stay at that too. Let's going back to your. I did when you say white knuckling when that one dude's fighting that bigger mutant in the house.
Yeah,
There's a couple spots. I was like, oh shit, yeah,
yeah. Big
yeah,
Bob. I think
yeah.
that's the character, and that was Ted Levine, who was the big mutant.
Who's telling me?
Um, uh, Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Um, so special effects,
Oh, I thought the special effects were great in this movie.
really good, and it's a lot of
Yeah.
practical too. For it
Mhm.
2006, it was all practical effects. I didn't see any CGI in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 on this because the mutants look fantastic.
Yeah, they
Even
do.
when they had the older dad
Yeah,
strung up on the tree and burning him,
yeah.
that looked pretty cool. Well, I mean, not seeing somebody get burned is cool, but I mean,
I know what
the
you
way
mean. It's okay.
yeah, it looks
You're among friends.
it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was pretty realistic. It was
Yeah,
yeah, it was good. Um, okay, so gore.
yeah. I didn't think this movie was very gory.
Now
I mean,
this was more disturbing than
yeah,
gory. Um, there is some stuff. It's not too heavy. Like I said, 2 just buries it as far as the gore goes. So I'm actually gonna go 6 for the gore here.
man, I'd be happy with the 6. I'm just trying to think something that just stands out. But when that girl gets her head blown off,
Hmm.
and then when the dad,
The baseball bat to the head. That was
oh yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
that was
yeah.
good.
And then when that guy pulls the dad down,
Yeah,
when his body hits the ground.
yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool
That was a
looking.
nice little crunch sound, and
Oh,
yeah.
did he have smoke come out of his mouth? Or was my thinking of something else?
No,
When he
I think you're right. I think there was
there's a little,
smoke.
yeah,
Yeah,
like yeah, I thought
like
there
a
was.
little like an exhale or something, or
Yeah,
just
I
yeah,
thought that was a
no,
cool touch.
yeah. I thought that was neat too,
Yeah.
and that's part of the reason why special effects should be a 10.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. Um, but yeah, I'm up on the disturbing though. I think this was pretty disturbing. So
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna go 8.
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
But I think our December category or November category should all be Disney after this fucking month. I'm just saying.
Oh, just
I'm
don't do musicals on me, bro.
just teasing.
Um, Disney, Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks,
Yeah.
musicals. I'm gonna be out all next month. Not gonna be. Uh,
Yeah, because I started watching the DC animated movie, just one, try to just cleanse the palate a little bit.
yeah, you know what I cleanse my palate with?
What?
Jaws.
Well, I love Jaws. That's one of my favorite movies.
Dude, I watched the 4K for the first time.
Oh, that's
It was
fantastic.
so good. I was
I'd be
like,
shocked how.
yeah, I was just, oh man, just the whole reliving the theatrical experience for me.
I
It was,
never seen a theater.
oh yeah, that was the first horror movie I saw in the theater.
Lucky
I
bastard.
was 6 years old, and it was epic. Scared the crap out of me. I refused to learn how to swim until I was 10. I had such an unnatural fear that wherever there was a body of water, there was going to be a shark.
Me
Whether it
too.
was a lake or a river or swimming
The
pool, toilet, doesn't
YMCA.
matter. Yeah,
Yep.
there was a
I was
puddle in the
terrified
road. I thought there was going to be a shark underneath the water. Pull me.
of but that's how terrifying that movie
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I mean, the first scene of the movie, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie, 4K, get it out of the way, and I'm watching it. In the first scene where it grabs the girl and it's like dragging her all around the water into the dinghy, and then
Oh,
I was like, oh man, that was good.
yeah.
Yeah, so good.
I was so impressed with that 4K transfer on
Me
Jaws.
too. I I wish I'd have seen that before our Monster Week because I would have probably brought it in for the Monster Week.
Did I score it for one of our I thought I scored it like in the high five. I thought
Did you Jaws? I don't think you did Jaws in your high
I didn't.
five.
Maybe I didn't. I was thinking because I thought I was gonna pick it. And I was like, I think I picked that for.
No, because
Uh,
you definitely picked Halloween.
I still haven't. Dell says still haven't watched my Jaws 4K. Saw it in theaters when I was 5. Scared ever since, or scarred ever since.
Right?
Um, uh, there's something about that movie. I love that movie. I don't
I
care. I don't ever want to see a remake of Jaws because they will
no,
never be able.
you can give me different shark movies, but don't say Jaws.
Yeah.
Don't call it Jaws.
So you look at The Shallows. That's a movie me and my daughter watch over and over together.
Dude, I liked Bait. I was a huge
Yeah,
fan of Bait. Yeah. Oh no, you did do Jaws.
I thought I did.
Yeah, you're high Jaws, Halloween, Jojo Rabbit, Clerks 2, and Into the Spider-Verse. I totally forgot about that. And you gave Jaws an 85, I gave it an 82.
Yeah.
But that 4K transfer, that's
Uh,
one of the best transfers I've ever seen.
mm-hmm. And that made me a believer of how older movies look better in
And
4K.
and I'm sorry. If you can I'm just I have it because I still got to review it. If you can release this with Dolby Atmos on a 4K transfer, you can do it with fucking Scream.
Yeah,
Why?
that blew my mind.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah. I
I mean,
wonder if
picture
it's.
quality is good, but you give me DTS 5.1 and I get my soundbar and that's it. And I was like, okay, so it's no different than having the
Are
Blu-ray
they
or the
using the
DVD.
same type of disc? I wonder if they used a different disc and they couldn't fit um,
I don't know,
the Dolby
but Scream
Atmos.
2 is the same way. The sound's better in Scream 2,
I haven't
but
got
it's
that. I have a.
still yeah, it's still I've got the 4K steelbook of Scream 2 and I go, okay. I did a triple event. I went Scream 2 and then I Know What You Did Last Summer because I got the
How'd
4K
that
of
look in
that.
4K?
That 4K transfer was awesome, but the movie is dated a little bit.
Is it? That's
the
what I was
movie
afraid.
the movie not so good. The movie suffered by comparison because it really it rode the wave that was Scream.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Dolby Atmos, great picture quality, great sound, whole lot of fun to watch. But yeah, it does not hold a candle to Scream.
Yeah. See, I have it on DVD, and then I got the. I think it's Mill Creek. They did a Scream Queen set.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Um, I have that one. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to upgrade from that.
Hmm. All right, so let's do your next movie. So I got 3 of mine and 2 of yours. All right, we'll do Texas Chainsaw.
Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. I picked this movie because that woman, is probably the most attractive woman in Hollywood. And I'm not saying it because she's got a killer body. Her eyes alone Oh my gosh, man, I love her in everything she does. She could read me the phone book, and I'd be happy with that. Just looking at her reading the phone book, I think she's just amazing. She's not, I mean, some things she's good at acting in, like White Lotus. She was fantastic in White Lotus. This, she's younger, still trying to find her way as an actress, but she was pleasant on the eyes.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of gore, but not according to David.
There's a little bit of gore, but you know, it's like
there's a gore.
It's like, I don't know. It was a snack. no, no, actually pretty decent gore. But I mean, like I said, I would call this more of a slasher. So
it is. I agree.
Than gore, because that's. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is like right in the middle of that. There's a gray area right in between slasher and gore, and that's where TCM kind of sits. Because you get a little bit of disturbing, you get a little bit of gore, you get a whole lot of good kills.
Dude, he cut somebody in half.
Yeah,
and their shit falls out.
That's my favorite part of that movie. I'm kind of messing her. I'm like, do you think?
Yeah.
But no. So that that's
he's wearing a face.
Of course, he's wearing a face. It's Leatherface.
Yeah.
Of course, he's wearing a face. But is that gory? No.
Well, when he cut it off, it was.
When he cut it off, it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was good. No, this for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, this is one of the goriest ones.
See, that's what I thought too.
I agree with that. But okay, I'm gonna say gory but not disturbing. This is not to that level.
Mm-mm.
Of gore.
I think the first Texas was more disturbing.
Yeah, the Sledgehammer scene in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that one set me off when I first saw that. Otherwise, I actually was kind of bored with the original movie until that point.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, the way the dude was twitching when he got hit, I was just like, that was awesome. It was awesome. But and then the whole the real footage at the end, I dug that. And and then they do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. They do the reboot with Jessica Biel, another beautiful girl. Another interesting one. I got to give props to that because one of my buddies was Leatherface in that movie. Yeah, only for the first kill. And then he got sick and he couldn't continue on, so they had someone else play his part. But so I actually have his autograph on the slipcover or on the cover art and on the Funko that he gave me.
Nice.
So okay, so Texas Chainsaw. So yeah, Alexandra Daddario is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That takes away from the movie. It took away from the movie the second time I watched it.
Me too.
Because I'm like, ooh, eye candy. And I mean, when I first saw the movie, I was like, oh wow, she's stunning. And I completely agree with you there. She's absolutely beautiful. And it's the eyes more than anything else.
Yeah.
She's got that Meg Foster eyes where they're just piercing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Meg Foster, but that's like late 70s, early 80s actress, and she's like that way. She had these just almost white, like really light blue eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're 7 years apart, so.
Yeah. I think even Scott Eastwood in this, I think, heard it.
Yeah. Well, hurts it now.
Yeah.
But hurt it back then because he can't act his way out of a paper bag. So it definitely hurts the acting.
He's so not his dad.
No, he is not. He's he's got the look, but that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Um,
And the girl from Lost. See, there's a lot of lost people in these movies.
there's a lot of lost people in these movies.
Yeah.
You know, you got Trey Songz in here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that fool.
Right? you got, Bill Moseley. Um, just a couple of almost
Yeah,
and not quite.
I think for acting for
But I mean, so
cast,
for cast,
I'm gonna go with 6.
yeah, that's good. I'm down for that. Okay, acting.
I am gonna go a 5.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Nobody got their sea legs in this one as far
No.
as acting goes. It was just kind of meh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's. Yeah, I do remember really liking the gore in this one, and
Yeah.
revisiting it was pretty cool. So let's see. Um, decades people went missing without a trace. Decades later, and hundreds of miles away from the original massacre, a young woman named Heather learns that she has inherited a Texas estate from a grandmother she never knew she had. After embarking on a road trip with friends to uncover her roots, she finds she is the sole owner of a lavish, isolated Victorian mansion. But her newfound wealth comes at a price as she stumbles upon a horror that awaits her in the mansion's cellars.
Well, I'm gonna give that a 7, but I have an issue with um
I have an issue with it too, and it's actually
be,
going to put me at a 6.
um because if them I may have missed it, and maybe I'm not remembering it right, but if that couple stole that baby, how the fuck do they know who that baby belonged to and where she
Oh,
was?
see, see, that's going to hurt the story for me.
Yeah,
But yeah, I see your point there, and I don't, and maybe I missed it too, but I don't. Yeah, I have a lot of questions
because they said
regarding the baby.
he tells that lady, "Oh, we found her in the woods,
Yeah.
wandering around the woods." How the fuck they? Sorry, I'll get a little heated. It just uh, it bothered me how they were able to connect that she was that person or that girl's that he killed. What you
Hmm.
punch her in the nose or something, and he takes her baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't make sense to me. Unless like I said, unless I missed it. Um,
No, I agree with that. I can't say that I caught that either.
because it was supposed to be done in secret, and no one would have known that she was whatever their last name was.
I almost said Voorhees. um.
But I will give it to the guy who plays Leatherface. In this, I like his body man, the way he moved his body. It felt like he was menacing.
I got shades of the original
Yeah,
in that.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Texas Chainsaw had a $20 million budget. This is 2013. Made 47.6 million in the box office and 6.7 million in video sales.
It's okay.
So a little bit more than double.
Yeah,
So it kind of made its money. Okay, ending.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I kind of dug the ending. The
Yeah, I
whole
mean,
the whole fight in the
yeah,
factory or dairy farm or wherever the fuck
and
that
that kind
was.
of
Yeah, where she was kind of going toe to toe with him, and yeah, I kind of dug it.
I'm gonna go with 8 on that ending because I liked, she's like, okay, I'm gonna take care of you now,
Yeah.
and the cop. was like, just clean your mess up. Yeah, which I thought was kind of cool too.
Yeah.
He's like, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
Yep. You handle your shit, I'll handle my shit. We're not gonna talk about this. Okay, so story. This is where that whole baby thing, and there's some other things that I have that they really didn't explain. And because of that, I'm going to give the story a 4.
I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 1 just because I mean I enjoyed except for that. There's a big plot hole to me. It's like they kidnapped this baby and so
you can drive a truck through the hole, and that's it's just okay. Scares.
I thought there's really not a whole lot. I thought Leatherface, his presence was scary when he was on screen.
Yeah, he was menacing.
The way he opened and shut that door was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I dug that with the.
Yeah,
I think what took away from this was the acting a little bit because it didn't seem like the people that were getting killed didn't seem they were genuinely scared.
Yeah, I agree.
And that kind of bugged me a little bit. So, yeah, I'm gonna go 5.
I have to agree with that. I'll go 5.
I did like some of the jumps in here, though.
Like what?
There was when one of the guys, like when Leatherface just like grabbed him and picked him up with one hand, and there was something about that. Nothing really stands out, but I remember liking the jumps. I remember liking it, but there's nothing really that jumps out and bites me right now. And I just watched this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, nothing.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 6. But
I think I'm gonna go 6 too.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is when that guy's robbing the place, and he goes downstairs and he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta go."
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that really stands out.
But yeah, I don't know, there was something, and I might be mixing another movie up, but there was something where
and there's a little jump. I ain't gonna lie. At the end, when he's sitting down at the table, and I forget what she's saying to him or something, and he kind of like jumps up. I ain't gonna lie. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I just rewatched it.
You kind of jump up too. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so let's go to special effects. I
thought they were pretty good.
There's some good special effects here.
Mm-hmm.
I dug it. I know they were trying to be 3D, so you get kind of some of that little cheesy shit.
Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling bad about it. I was actually kind of okay with it.
I think I'm gonna go a 7 on special effects.
I'm gonna go one higher. I'm gonna go 8. But yeah, I'm definitely not at a 9 or a 10.
No.
Okay. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here, and I'm going to give this a good gore score.
Is this your sympathy vote?
This is my sympathy vote for gore, because the split down the middle. I totally dug that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 10 by itself.
Okay, but what about when he does the hammer thing in this one too? Doesn't he? When he gets that dude on the floor.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I dig the hammer shots. This one, not because they did it in 2003 also, and that was the one kill scene that my buddy was in. It was the first kill, and it was with Sledgehammer. And I dug that too. This one was not my favorite, but I still liked it as far as the Sledgehammer scene. There's not a very big body count here.
No, because there's not a lot of people in it.
Yeah. I know it doesn't take it away. I'm gonna
go 8 on this one.
Yeah, I'm down for an 8. I was like,
I'm trying to
give it a 9, but I can't give it a 9.
No. I think the gore is pretty good for me.
the hell are you doing?
Your dog?
No, my daughter.
Oh.
It's like threw Halloween at me. No, your hand died. It was like she's looking at Halloween and go threw it at me, and I was like, shit.
That's fun. You
I'm
probably
gonna give that a 4 for jump scare because it made me jump a little bit. Scared herself. I scared myself. Okay, so disturbing.
There's a couple little disturbing things.
Yeah, well, the split down the middle. That was.
I'm thinking more like psychological, like
That,
her having to take care.
Well, yeah, the whole thing about her, the way her personality changed over the course of the movie, that was disturbing. That's where you're like, oh yeah, she's related.
Yeah,
because she was able to adapt and just kind of fit right in there, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a little creeped out by that.
Throws him his chainsaw.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go 6 on this.
Not bad. Yeah, I'm down for a 6.
Overall, I enjoyed this movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, so it was nice to revisit it.
Oh, I have not been doing the Rotten Tomato scores for these.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Texas Chainsaw gets a 19% on the tomato meter and a 40% audience score.
I can see that.
And then a 4.8 on IMDb. I'll go through the rest of them when we do the final scores. I'll say what those were. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put you out of your misery because I know the one that you like the best, and I want to save that for last.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with the one that I know that you didn't like.
Guys, this is gonna be a trip. This movie was fucking gross. I literally was like, what the fuck, David, did I ever do to you?
Why would you put me through this? So this is Excision.
Yeah. I gave this a half a star.
I know you did. I was like, oh yeah, I went too far. This is the limit of what I can handle.
This is the limit that I can handle.
No, you can't handle this.
This is it. I almost turned it off. But I was like, no, I gotta stay for the show. I'm gonna finish it. I can't believe you fucking own that.
I own it.
I was like, no, I'm gonna finish it because I want to see where this fucking train wreck's going. Okay, and I kind of figured it out. I was like, okay, this is probably what's gonna happen. But this, no, just no. And we'll get to it when we get to this part. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna just spoil it right now. The scene that grossed me out, hit my limit, is okay. Play your After Dark music, because we all love oral sex. Okay, we're just gonna put out we're adults. We like oral sex, but when I can't take it serious now. But when she tells that dude to go down on her when she's on her period,
while she's bleeding,
and he comes up with the blood on his face, I was like, no, David, Why? That right there was my limit. I was done. I hit pause. And then I think I messaged. Did I message you?
You did. You said, "What the fuck did you do to me?" Something.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to another level of Dave After Dark.
I have never seen that put on screen before. The dude had blood after giving her oral sex. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Never again, David. Never again. And that concludes.
See, it says, "This is one you don't want to miss."
I wish I missed it.
I wish I missed it. Yeah. No, when I saw your score, you
still got the point of music going.
Just gonna let that go.
Yeah. I had never. I was like, I had to pause.
I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was. I had never. And the fact that she wants to read the beginning on her period, and then I forgot about that until when she's having sex with him. I forgot all about it until he came up like a bloody mess.
Mm-hmm. So I think you were like, what is this? I'm trying to get there because
It's fucking gross.
Because I know you sent me a picture. You sent me a
Right.
picture of In the Heights because you're like, I'm getting revenge.
Oh yeah,
I think you sent it in
that
the
was in the
group
group chat.
one.
I sent In the Heights.
Yeah.
And then in our regular text, I said, "What the fuck? Why?" Or something. I don't even remember what I said.
I don't know. It's not in text. Maybe you sent it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
In Instagram, but yeah, it was like, it was our new show. What the fuck am I watching, Dave?
Yeah.
But it did say something about me being sick and twisted. Because I got a whole, on the other one, the one that you really liked, you texted me directly and you were like, "Dude, I really like this one.
Fantastic.
That's such a great movie. It definitely cracks my top 10 all time."
Yeah. That's awesome.
Because I mean, it's super gory, but it's also really tasteful.
It didn't seem that way.
It didn't seem that way, but when we talk about it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, dude, that was so gory," and disturbing at the same time.
Very disturbing. But this was fucking disturbing off the fucking charts.
Oh, this is so disturbing. Like I said, this was like,
how the fuck did you find this movie? That's what I want to know, dude.
Blockbuster. You can tell by the case I got it at Blockbuster because I I read the box and I was like, "Oh,
none of that
okay,
sounds good.
None of it sounds good."
At least the IMDb thing did sound good, so hopefully the box is better.
I don't know what drew me to it. I think it was, Blockbuster was getting ready to close, and these horror movies were like 50 cents a piece, and I just kind of like,
yeah.
And then this is definitely a blind buy for me. But I watched it and I was like, "Oh man." But I really liked it, but this is as far as I'm willing to go. And like I said, there are more levels. This is like level 6, and there are 10 levels to gore.
Oof. This was tough.
This is, I mean, this is a tough watch.
Yeah.
But you get to stuff like, because we talked about Megan is Missing.
Yeah.
I absolutely can't watch that again.
I have never
And that's
seen
not so much gory as it's just disturbing. It's
the
absolutely
content,
disturbing. Yeah, it's content. Um,
the subject
but
matter.
yeah, but there's a movie called A Serbian Film. And that's the gold standard 10, level 10 gory movie. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, if you can't handle this one,
I
don't
couldn't do this.
don't even look for that.
It's not. It's not like they. I mean, there was a lot of blood. There was a lot of um, just
No,
weird shit.
this is definitely more disturbing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and
And the period blood is what threw it over the top for me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
okay,
gonna lie one
I
bit.
get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so this is one that I could not find a budget for.
I can see that.
It was made in 2012, so it's 10 years old, and the it, it did not do well in the box office.
No.
Obviously, no, I'm shocked, right? So it made a total of $2,700 in the
You're kidding.
theater. No, $2,757. so so it probably played on one screen, showed for a
And half of them
week,
walked out.
and then half of them got their money back. So
Yeah.
okay, so
For cast, I recognized two of them, three of them. I knew the girl from. I recognized the lead, but I didn't know her name. I
yeah,
definitely recognized Ariel. Is it Ariel from Modern Family?
yeah, Ariel Winter.
And then the dad. I recognize the dad. He has that face. He's been in a lot of.
Oh yeah, Roger Bart. Yeah,
He's been in a lot of stuff.
yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, but I recognize Tracy Lords.
Oh yeah, Tracy Lawrence. I forgot she was in it. The mom.
And of course Malcolm Mcdowell is in it as
Yeah.
well. Marlee Matlin is in it. That's the deaf actress. That's
The
really good.
principal. Was it
Ray,
actually the secretary or something, right?
yeah, she's a secretary,
Yeah.
and then Ray Wise is the principal,
Yeah.
and I recognize him. None of that takes away from the
No.
cast for me. Oh, Matthew Gray Gubler from Criminal Minds is in it too. He's one of the
Oh yeah, he plays
teachers,
a
I
teacher.
think. Yeah,
Like, this just have a bigger cast than now that you read these people. You're right.
yeah.
Um,
So there are people I recognize, and that might be part of it. That might part of what drew me in was with Matthew Gray Gubler and Marlee Matlin and Malcolm McDowell, and I'm like, okay, it seems like it's got a pretty decent cast. Um, so I'm gonna go 8 for the cast.
yeah, I'm happy with an 8. I was gonna go 9, but I ain't gonna lie. The girl from Modern Family kind of took it away. She takes it
Okay.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really watched Modern Family, so I recognized her from it, but I never really watched the show. Um, so it didn't bother me. I think my biggest takeaway was probably Tracy Lords, but
Yeah.
she wasn't that big of a she didn't have that big of a part. Um, the acting here I thought was really good.
I agree.
Might be my favorite thing about this. Well,
The lead, she was
yeah,
very believable
she
as
was
this.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
the lead was really good.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna
so
go an 8.
I'm gonna throw another 8 at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pauline, an unattractive high school outcast who hates her uptight mother, is caring towards her chronically ill kid sister and wants to lose her virginity to her popular classmate. But most of all, Pauline loves her psychosexual fantasies about performing graphic surgery. And very soon, one extremely disturbed suburban teen is about to make all of her dreams come true.
Do I? Yeah, that still wouldn't get me to watch it. No. I'm gonna have to go 4 on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 6.
You
I'll average it
would.
out to a 5. That wasn't as good as I remember, but I think it was the whole thing at the bottom because it says Annalyn McCord was the main girl, Tracy Lords, Ariel Winter, Malcolm McDowell, Matthew Gray Gubler, Roger Bart, Ray Wise, Marley Matlin, John Waters, um, writer director Richard Bates Jr. And I was like, okay, but I think I still just blind bought it because it was Blockbuster was closing, and I just grabbed
Yeah.
like a shelf of horror movies. So, um, okay, so the ending,
You could see it coming.
I saw it coming,
Yeah.
but I loved it. It was depressing.
It was very depressing.
It was very depressing, but
And
you knew. I mean, like you said, you knew where she was going to go. Once it got
mhm,
to what she was doing, you were like, oh, okay, I know what she's going to try to do.
yeah,
But and you were like, it has to fail. There's no way that she'll be able to succeed
I think
doing
Tracy
what she's doing.
Lords hit her acting peak at the end of this movie. She has never probably been anything as good as that and believable as that scream of
Hmm.
horror,
Oh
loss.
yeah,
Um,
her just her reaction to
yeah,
that whole grisly experience.
yeah.
Yeah,
She peaked right there.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go with 9 on the ending for me.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. Even though we saw it coming.
Yeah, but it
And
was just
the thing is,
it was so devastating because I was like, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, and then it happened, and I went, oh,
she thought she did the right thing.
yeah.
That
She
was what
thought
was.
she thought she was doing a great thing. Like there was going
Mhm.
to be this miraculous cure,
Yeah.
and it was it was so horribly wrong. Um, okay, so bringing it to the story, as disturbing as it was, I thought the story was pretty good.
Yeah.
I dug how it played out, and I'm gonna give the story an 8.
I'm gonna go just a little bit low. I'm gonna go a 7 on there.
Okay, here we go. Scares. This is not meant to be a scary movie.
No, not at all.
Um, this this movie is basically trying to gross you out.
They
Trying,
did.
yeah, and they
As soon
did.
as you
They
throw oral sex with
with
a
period blood.
girl on her period, her, oh, nope, you lost me.
Uh, we got a we got a love from Facebook, and I look at it, and it's my son.
Yeah,
uh,
nope.
thanks, man. Um, so like I said, yeah, not meant to be scary. There are some some creepiness
The
to
scary
her.
thing about this is that could be really somebody.
Yeah, that
You know what
somebody
I
could
mean?
actually do this, and the scary thing for me is once I knew what she was going to try to do, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh
I
no,
agree.
no, no, it's where you're talking to the no,
Hmm.
don't. But she is a very disturbed individual,
Hmm.
and Okay, so I'm gonna go 5 for scares.
I'm gonna go just a little bit back. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay. And I went 5 because I'm not gonna go very high for jumps because
Because
it's not no jump scares. This is
no,
not
no.
this is one that just it sits there on simmer all the way
Oh,
through,
I
and
take
you're
it back. I jumped when I saw him come up from between her legs and
well
blood.
with
I
the
jumped.
period blood on his face.
I,
Okay.
oh no, you did not.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah,
Well, it was like um
because I forgot that. Like I said earlier, I forgot that conversation she had with her sister.
right because she
Hmm.
wanted that to happen. She wanted to.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah. For jump scares, I'm gonna go 3.
gonna go 4.
Yeah, that's a fucked up movie.
It is. Okay, special effects.
Um,
I didn't know the budget of it, but it seemed like it was pretty low budget, but the
yeah,
special effects are pretty good.
yeah, especially when she was fucking the corpses.
Yeah.
That was that visual
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah. And the whole surgery thing
Yeah,
was pretty cool. I was
um,
I was pretty down for that.
I think I'm gonna go 6 on that.
Yeah, I'm going to go one higher. I'm going to go 7. I was like, do I want to go 8? And then as soon as you said 6, I'm like, no, I'm going to go 7. Okay, gore.
9. I'm gonna go 9.
I think nine's good,
Yeah,
and then disturbing is a 10.
10. 10. Nope. You get there's 11. I'd give it 11.
And this needs to be Spinal Tap. We need to give this an 11 for just. No, we'll give it a 20 for disturbing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, guys, if anybody's still watching, avoid this movie like the plague. I
oh,
can't
now come
see it.
on now.
I can't unsee this shit in my head. Like, literally, I had to do a palate cleanse after watching this fucking movie.
you, you just want to go a whole new world. Watch.
Right?
Go. I'm gonna go watch Mulan or some shit.
Lion King, some Coco.
watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch Luca.
We don't talk about Bruno. Something. Give me a
No, no,
musical.
no. I'm gonna let it go. Um, watch Frozen 2.
Not that bad.
Okay, now you don't have to get cruel and unusual. Okay. All right. So let's go to your next one. Come on, get to the pictures, David. And we're gonna do X.
I thought this had some. No, Dell, don't do it. Dell, I do not do it. I promise you, Dell. You'll want to gouge your eyes out.
Come on, Dell. Put your big boy pants on. I think you can. I think you can handle this. Rich couldn't handle this, but
Yeah.
no. Um, I I would not see. I wouldn't recommend this to you, Rich. I wouldn't have. But it is one of my favorite disturbing movies
And I
because it's
see
so
why.
disturbing. It's
I mean,
just yeah.
all kidding
It's
aside, it is a
devastating.
fucked up movie.
It
Uh,
is. It's and that's what kind of what we're going for here.
yeah, but also, like I said earlier, it could happen. I mean, there's people with their heads are messed up like that. Their
Yeah.
wiring's wrong.
Yeah.
They have a chemical imbalance that this somebody could be doing that and thinking they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
What's what makes it scary
Yeah.
and disturbing?
So now in talking about X, um, I dug this movie. I enjoyed
I do
it.
too.
I had
I
a lot of
can't
fun
wait to
with
see
it.
Pearl.
I really want to go see Pearl.
Me too.
I want to see Pearl. And remember when we talked about X originally, because we were talking about it when it first came out. I think it was one of the ones that we reviewed for the new releases or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I really dug the fact that Mia Goth played both the girl and
Yeah.
the
And I
old
didn't know that.
lady. And then I was like, I would really like to see a prequel movie about the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as shit, they listened to me, and we're
They
getting a
did.
Pearl movie.
And that should be coming out soon.
Yeah, I know somebody. I think Rev's already seen it.
No, it's been theater. It came and went in the theater.
Yeah,
But I mean, it should be coming in physical soon, or even digital. Because I think if that comes to digital and it's not like $25, it's $15. I think I might pull the trigger on digital
Hmm.
and get it because I really want to see it. I pulled the trigger, the $15 for Clerks 3, and that was definitely worth the
Yeah.
$15.
Blu-ray, digital, and DVD release date is November 15th.
So
So
I guarantee
about
you,
a month.
for that's just the Blu-ray release.
Yeah,
So
Blu-ray, digital, and DVD.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not getting an earlier. Um,
Now
like
it's not getting an earlier digital release, but yeah, I'd put it out before Halloween
me too.
because I think people would grab it.
Well, Barbarian's coming to HBO Max next Tuesday.
Oh, I'll watch that.
Me too. I'm looking
Heck
forward.
yeah. When does Barbarian come out?
It's not getting a physical release.
Is it?
No. I just watched
Hmm.
Films at Home's one of his latest videos. Tells me he got a press release. No um,
Hmm.
physical release, going straight to digital on HBO Max and VOD. Which is kind of bumming because if I like it, I'll buy it. If I see it digitally, like take Vengeance for example, I want to get that in my collection because that was a movie I watched digitally. Um, really liked it, and now I want that movie in my collection. That's where digital or streaming, whatever you want to call it, and physical go hand in hand. You know, you see it stream on HBO Max or
Yeah.
Vudu or somewhere. Hey, I want that physical copy.
That's what I want.
Yeah, no, I agree. X is a lot of fun.
I'm just writing stuff down.
I thought it's got Jenny Ortega in it. I love her. I'm really becoming a fan of hers. Um, I'm interested in seeing her in Wednesday. I'm not a Tim Burton guy. I think he's overrated, but I do want to check out Wednesday just for her because she's turned into a great actress. She was in Fallout on HBO Max about a high school shooting. She's excellent in Scream.
Yeah, she was good in Scream. I liked her.
And then she's good in this. So yeah, interesting what she does with Wednesday. I think that comes out soon too.
I'm just writing scores down. You'd be really surprised at the scores that Excision gets on Rotten Tomatoes.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
I want to definitely hear those. And I think they announced another X movie too. or in that universe.
There's supposed to be a third one.
Yeah. Who directed X? And is it the same person that directed
Ty
Pearl?
West.
Did he do Pearl too?
I'm sure he does Pearl.
Even though I've never seen Mia Goth in anything that she stands out in. Until
No, not until X.
Yeah.
Now I like, spotting her. Yeah, Pearl. What is? Yeah, I don't remember what the third one is, but I remember it was announced that there was going to do a third one.
I thought there was.
Yeah, I liked her. Okay, so let's talk about the cast.
I don't think the cast what is it, Brittany Snow or
Brittany Snow takes it away from me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I didn't recognize her at first.
Which but it also kind of enhances the disturbing because seeing Brittany Snow naked was kind of a shock to me. It was not pitch perfect. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, it was perfect.
Oh, it was, but it wasn't.
I know.
It wasn't from because I'm thinking, Pitch Perfect. She was all cutesy and this and that, and then you get porn star Brittany Snow, and you're like, okay, I'm not. I don't understand. It'd be like
your face, like, what is going on?
My brain just couldn't comprehend. It was like, if I saw a sex scene with Anna Kendrick, I don't know if I could handle it. I just because I know she's she's a nutbag and she's great and I love her, but I don't know. I don't think I could handle her in a rated R or sex scene movie. She did A Simple Favor, and I think that just about stretched the limit of of how she's amazing. I absolutely love her. She did a great one with Sam Rockwell. It was The Right Guy or The Right Man or Mr. Right or something like that. And Sam Rockwell's kind of it was on Netflix, yeah. And he's like a spy or something, and it was so good. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, so I could not find a budget for X. This was the second one I had a problem with, but it made 14.5 million in the box office and 863,000 in video sales. So far. I guarantee when Pearl comes out, more X sales will pop up.
Yeah.
So yeah. So as far as cast goes, yeah, I'm not yet up to speed on Jenna Ortega. Like I would see her face and I'm like, she looks familiar. And then as soon as I saw that it was Jenna Ortega, I'd be like, oh, dude, totally. Scream, all these other ones. But she's getting typecast into this final girl horror.
I agree. I think, but for me, her stand-up performance. If you haven't seen The Fallout,
I haven't seen
amazing in it.
Yep. Dell's not a fan of Anna Kendrick, but she was great in A Simple Favor, right? I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Her and Blake Lively, their chemistry was really nice. Okay, so with that, I'm at an 8 for the cast because Brittany Snow kind of takes it down for me.
Definitely going 8.
Okay, acting. I thought Mia Goth was good.
Yeah.
In both roles.
It brings up because I didn't realize that was her doing the old lady too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 9. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Okay. I'm gonna go 8, but really solid acting.
Yeah.
And the thing was really funny when I first watched this movie, because I didn't know either until I went and watched the special features. I was watching this movie and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if the old lady was the future version of Mia Goth? Like it was like a time travel thing where it was like her in the future. and then to find out that they were the same person, I was like, oh, dude.
I agree. Yeah, Dell. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she seemed like, oh, I'm the virgin, blah blah blah, but then of course has sex with
Yep.
with
Should
with the
listen
dude, and
straight.
she blew it. She could have been the final girl, but she blew it.
Mm-hmm.
She had sex. Okay, so let's go plot. I can actually read this one without the magnifying glass. See that?
Oh, I'm not laughing, I promise.
You are. A group of actors set out to make an adult film in rural Texas under the noses of their reclusive hosts, an elderly couple with a farm and boarding house for rent. But when the couple catches their young guests in the act, the cast finds themselves in a desperate fight for their lives in this tantalizing slasher from writer-director Ty West. Slasher. No.
Yeah.
Um,
Haha.
haha.
But there's
I'm not
gore in
laughing.
this.
There's some good gore in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Um, so I immediately got Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes.
Uh-huh. That's what the trailer, the original. I think the
Yeah.
first trailer for
The
that,
the
it really
original
heavily plays.
trailer and the way that they played it off and the whole beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the movie where they go to the farmhouse and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, this is either Texas Chainsaw Massacre or it's The Visit with
Mm-hmm.
with the old people and the kids. Um, and you kind of get something right in the middle, which I I was really happy that the woman was the killer.
Me too.
That I
Spoiler
really
alert.
dug that. I mean, right? Sorry, because this is actually pretty recent.
Yeah.
This is only a year old. Um, but if you've seen Pearl or you're going to see Pearl, you'll understand what's
Yeah.
going on. Um, so yeah, totally down for this. So what'd you think of the plot? Reading the box.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 8 again.
Yeah, I'm down for an 8.
This movie is just really good.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is an homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Right? I
Yeah,
can
right.
totally
It
see that.
absolutely is.
Yeah, but done in an interesting way, in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
I think um, whoever casted this movie, who's ever in charge of casting director, should get a raise because the cast all works together. You know, it makes
Good chemistry. Yeah.
yeah, that's the word I was in chemistry. Yeah.
Okay. So ending.
I like the ending.
I yeah, I dug the ending a lot.
Except the old dude fucking. That was kind of weird. Um, ending, I want to go 8.
Okay. I'm down for that. Okay. Story.
I dug it. We kind of talked about it already.
Yeah. I yeah, I dug it. It wasn't great.
I'm gonna,
Um
I'm gonna stick with an 8 on mine.
I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 1 point lower, but I still think it was good. Okay, scares.
Eh,
Not so much. I
mm,
mean, I give more to the jumps than the scares. I
Yeah.
think.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 6 on this.
Yeah, I'm down for a 6. And then jumps, I'm gonna go 7 for the jumps
I'd go 7 too.
because I liked the initial that first kill.
That dude outside.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Jenna's boyfriend that got all
Yeah.
butt hurt, no pun
Hmm.
intended, about that Jenna wanted to do the porn scene with the
The other dude.
with the other
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
and then the old lady was making like she wanted to
Mm-hmm.
get a little yum yum, and then
Yum yum. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
okay, special effects.
I thought they were great.
I'm da-
Especially
I might be at a 10 for
me
the
too.
special effects here.
Especially since you told me that was Mia Goth
Yeah,
and the old lady.
doing both with the makeup, and
Yeah.
I think I'm at a 10 because it was really really good.
And that stab scene. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that first one.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely a 10.
Yeah. Okay, gore.
For me, this is a 9. Um, because you got the decapitation, you got the alligator head, or the guy getting his.
Yeah, that was good.
And then you have that dude hanging up there. Um, is in the basement.
Yeah, the cellar or wherever that
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
And doesn't Jenny Ortega get her hand blown off?
Yes,
That's
that
pretty
was
cool.
nice. That was
Yeah.
nice. I'm close. I'm at an 8. So disturbing though, it's not that disturbing.
Really?
Except for the old lady. I mean I think the most disturbing thing for me is that it didn't go in the direction that I thought it was going to go. Because I really thought the old man would be
the killer.
the killer.
Yeah.
And they
And it
actually
made
kind of played it that way because it was like, the lemonade scene
yeah.
when Mia Goth's with herself, basically.
Yeah.
And they're like, just don't let my husband see you because he won't like it.
Yeah.
And and I was thinking, okay, so the husband's gonna be like taking everybody out with hedge clippers or something, and
Yeah.
but yeah, and it did not play that way.
Yeah.
And so I really like that.
And the fact that she crawled into bed with that other girl too, with herself,
Hmm.
that's disturbing.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
that, the dude walking around full Monty. I was I was
Yeah.
like, all right,
Put it away.
I couldn't handle it in Watchmen. I don't need I don't need I don't need any of that. Put that away.
Yeah.
Um it's like watching Magic Mike with your mother-in-law. Um so okay, you sold me a little bit. I'm going to go 7 for the disturbing.
I'm gonna go 8. Yeah. Now I want to
I mean,
rewatch.
but given that a 7, Excision should have been a 12. Cuz I'm I'm sorry.
Again, Del, don't do it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. I don't know. Back to Excision. When she's cutting that on her arm, that made me squirm a little bit too. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, I don't know, the one of the squeamish ones that I had where she had the dream that she was having sex and she was bleeding, and
Yeah.
just I mean just a lot. and then she woke up and she was happy, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah, that was weird too. When she was
that
getting
poor
off.
girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me.
All right. So let's go to my final one. We got two more left. We're almost at 3 hours. So hopefully we can knock these out. My final one, and what seemed like your favorite of the ones that I
Oh, I
watched,
fucking love this movie.
was I Saw the Devil.
I love this movie.
Oh man, I absolutely dug this movie. So this is South Korean.
Yeah. This
It
was great.
it had a budget, which I had to translate the money. It had a budget of 6 million, made 13.2 million in the box office, and I could not find anything for the video sales, but I know I bought it.
I'm going to buy it.
I want a 4K of that. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'll ever get it, but I want a 4K of that.
I can see maybe Criterion picking it up.
I'm hoping like maybe, Vinegar Syndrome or maybe Criterion because they do a lot of foreign stuff.
Uh, yeah, man.
even
I heard of it.
even Blu-ray.
Yeah. They have a Blu-ray out for it.
Yeah, I'd get the Blu-ray. I want a 4K, but yeah, all I have is the DVD, and I've watched the heck out of this movie. I've seen this so many times.
I remember you asked me if it was dubbed or subtitled.
Yeah,
I was so glad it was subtitled
yeah,
instead of dubbed.
yeah. Dubbed is actually the dubbed version I have here was actually okay, but it's so much better subtitled.
Yeah. I think I gave this 5 or 4.5.
I think you gave it 4.5.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5. You
I
might have
don't
given it
remember.
5. I know you gave it a pretty good score. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's go through it. So cast, I'm at a 10.
Yeah. I
It's
recognize the dude, the killer, from somewhere, but I don't know. Well, I see his face. I don't know, this is going to sound terrible. Unless I'm thinking of someone else that looks like, he looks like I've seen him in things before. He was fantastic in this.
well, I recognize Lee Byung-hun, which is because he played Storm Shadow in the G.I. Joe movie. That's I guess the good guy or the guy who takes revenge. Um, Choi Min-sik is the bad guy,
See, he looks familiar.
and I think because he was in Lucy, Lady Vengeance, Old Boy.
Yeah,
That's where I
don't
remember him from, as
going.
Old Boy. And you want to talk disturbing?
Yeah.
The original Old Boy. I didn't know if you'd seen that or if we would be able to see that. That was really disturbing.
Yeah. But no, he was fantastic in this. I believed this dude was messed up.
Yeah. And this brings me to the acting. I'm at a 10 for the acting here
Me
too.
too.
It's everybody is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I was hoping you were going to see it subtitled, because the dubbing takes so much of the emotion away.
I agree.
But so good.
Did you see speaking of subtitle, not to change the subject, but Ip Man's getting a single 4K release. Did you see that?
I think I did see that.
Yeah.
That seems familiar.
It's only like $20 too.
Is it the 4-movie set?
No, it's
just the original.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
I'd be down for a 4K of that.
Yeah. I had to pre-order because I loved it when you guys recommended it. So I was starting to find my love for Korean film.
Magnifying glass. Okay. I Saw the Devil is a shocking, violent, and stunningly accomplished tale of murder and revenge. The embodiment of pure evil, Kyung Chu is a dangerous psychopath who kills for pleasure. On a freezing, snowy night, his latest victim is the beautiful Jaeun, daughter of a retired police chief and pregnant fiancée of elite special agent Soo Hyun. Obsessed with revenge, Soo Hyun is determined to track down the murderer, even if doing so means becoming a monster himself. And when he finds Kyung Chul, turning him into the authorities is the last thing on his mind, as the lines between good and evil fall away in this diabolically twisted game of cat and mouse. That's the best box I've read all night.
Yeah, I'm giving that a 10.
Me too, bro. Okay, ending.
I'm going to go 9.
I'm down for that. Story.
I was at 10.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
It's sad and it's angry. It's got all the emotions.
But the thing is, I didn't realize he was sending people to be eaten. I thought he was just killing people to kill people.
Well, he was, but gotta have a snack while you work, right?
I mean, I didn't pick that up unless I missed it. I didn't see it like hinted until he got to that house.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, these motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah. It was like, and I think I liked that because it was a whole nother level to his psychopathy, to where it was like, at first you're like, oh, this dude has just got no emotions at all. He just kills. And then you get this whole other level and you're like, just when I thought he couldn't be any worse, he raised the bar again. Okay, so that brings it to scares.
It's scary on not like a horror level, but like on a
psychopathic thriller level.
I think I'm gonna go 8 on this.
I'm down for that. I like that score. Okay. Jump scares. Jumps.
I mean, oof.
There's the Achilles tendon one that
made my whole body hurt.
It was like, but
he's had a jump scare though.
Yeah. Well, it was startling.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's not like a cat jumps out at you or anything, but
I liked his first kill in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. Far more disturbing. I agree. Though.
Absolutely. Far more disturbing and gory than anything else.
Yeah.
So jumps not so much here. I think I'm going to go 3. I hate to go 3, and I think you froze.
I'm back.
There you are. Kind of.
Yeah. Am I still there? Or am I?
You're slow, and then you speed up, and then you're slow, and then you speed up. I can hear you. Kind of.
Okay, good. Kind of. Let me scoot out forward a little bit more. My back started to hurt, so I sat back a little bit.
Oh, that's fine.
Which one are we on again?
Jumps. I'd gone 3.
You went a 3 on that?
Yeah. I mean, I think I might go higher, but
I'm gonna go. Just because, like I said, the first kill, and it's first just
okay. Yeah, no, like I see that.
When he picks that girl standing up at waiting for the bus or whatever cab, and he's like, "Why did you get in?" or something, and he just like whacks her, out of nowhere. I mean,
yeah, no, that was good.
I'm gonna go 6.
I'd agree with that. I'm gonna go 5.
I'm gonna go 6.
but not. I'm not gonna go 6, but um, I think kind of like the. It was. It's gonna be more disturbing, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, special effects. Did you freeze again? Yeah, froze again.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Are you there, Dave?
Can you see me?
Uh-oh. I lost you. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear
Can you
me?
see me? Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Because you froze. You were like
Okay.
done, and it was, and then you came back, but you couldn't see me yet.
Right. Awesome. We got it.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're over the 3 hour mark. So our computers are getting tired. So special effects was where we were at.
I say 10 because the body parts,
Just the way they did the
mm,
sequences and stuff, so good. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Okay. Hey.
the whole app crashed. The whole,
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you're gone.
yeah, it
And I
just went
was
to something went wrong or something, and then it says want to re-enter the studio. I said, oh shit, what did I do? But yeah, I'm back.
all right.
Sorry about that, guys.
So we were getting into the gore.
See, this gore didn't bother me one bit because Adele. It doesn't help that I'm kind of not very great when it comes to technology. Um, I didn't think this movie was gory. I mean, yeah, it had great kills. When
You
he's
got
torturing the dude.
you got body parts, you got
Yeah.
like slicing the Achilles tendon, and
Oh,
it's gore. It's more disturbing than gory,
yeah.
but
But I'm still at a 10 on
I
this.
I don't see it's not like but this is my favorite gore.
Me too. Yeah. I'm so glad you picked this because I absolutely love this. I
Well, good.
wasn't.
I figured I was going to give you a shitty one. I might as well give you a great one. Um,
But see, this one.
but this was my first thought. This movie, when we were talking about doing gore, this was my first pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this movie is brilliant.
It is.
And
Was this? Did this get What year was this again?
2010.
Did this get any like American Oscars or Golden Globe
Nope,
looks? Oh,
nope. It won Asian Film Award, Austin Film Critics, lot of Korean awards, Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, but yeah, nothing. No Golden Globe. No, none of the big ones at all.
that's too bad.
It is.
Who who made this movie?
Directed by Ji Woon Kim and written by Park Hoon Jung and Ji Woon Kim.
Hmm. I'm interested to see what else they've done or he's done because with Parasite director is Korean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then is Ip Man Korean?
Chinese.
Okay. And then now, um, I Saw the Devil. It's a fantastic film. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Is that somebody in the chat? Or
So,
okay.
I turn my chat off. Comments.
Okay. I thought somebody was asking what movie we were talking about, and I was off screen.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Disturbing.
It was very disturbing.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it a 10?
For me,
10?
it is. Yeah.
No, I'm down for a
Definitely
10.
10. Like you said earlier, when they threw that little wrench in there about the cannibals.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think one of the most disturbing for me, and spoiler alert, he's going to kill this woman. I mean, the whole thing is the basis. He kills this woman who is the fiance of the good guy, and the good guy goes after him. And when he kills the fiance, she's like, "Oh wait, I'm pregnant." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then he just continue. He just chops her up, and it was like he didn't even miss a beat, and it was just nothing. And I was going, "Okay, that that bugs me right there. That would if I were a serial killer, and thankfully I'm not, aside from a box of Lucky Charms or something, um, I would pause if a woman was pregnant. I would have trouble with that.
Yeah, I agree. Again, thank you for recommending this movie because this is fantastic. I can't praise this movie enough. I'm really hoping the guy that did Parasite. I want to see what his new movie is. He did Oakjaw, which I really liked. Oakjaw. I didn't like it as much as Parasite, but it was still a great film. I want to see what he's got coming down the pipe.
I'll do the rest of these, but okay. So we got one more left, and this is the Dawn of the Dead remake from 2004.
I love this movie.
So the Dawn of the Dead remake, the budget was $28 million. And made $103.4 million in the box office.
That's good.
I was not able to get the video sales, but still, that's more than triple. So that's good. That's good money. But it was Dawn of the Dead, and I really like this remake. I dug it. I'm gonna say reboot. I'm gonna say reboot because the zombies are faster in this one than you get in the original Dawn of the Dead from '78. But that was the original was one of my favorites, and this was really good. This was really holds up to it. You haven't seen the original? I had to watch it again because that was one of Adam's picks. In the high five, yeah. I got to watch it again, and I was like, "Oh man!" And I don't have. I thought for sure I had it, but I don't. I didn't have it on VHS either, and I thought I had it on VHS. I was like, "Oh crap! I don't have it." But I found it for free on YouTube, and I watched it on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" So it was a lot of fun watching that again. Okay, so let's talk about cast, and this one, the cast kind of takes away a little bit.
I kind of agree with you.
And Ving Rhames kind of hits me a little bit. Mekhi Phifer. And I recognize like Ty Burrell. He's from Modern Family, right? Yeah. Michael Kelly. He did a lot of the the FBI shows, and Now You See Me. Sarah Polley, I'm not that big on, but yeah, it was mainly Ving Rhames and Mekhi Phifer kind of took the movie away a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Matt Frewer's in it.
I don't know who that is.
That's Max Headroom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go,
7.
I'm gonna go 7 too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7. I'm like, could I go 8? No.
No,
Could I go 6? It's a little better than 6. I'll go 7. Okay, acting.
I'm gonna go 6.
I'm down for that.
I
I
think the
thought the
best
acting.
acting is at the beginning when the parents are in their bedroom. I think that's the peak.
Mhm. Okay. When a mysterious virus turns people into mindless flesh-eating zombies, a handful of survivors wage a desperate last-stand battle to stay alive and human.
That's not the greatest.
Now, simple, to the point. You get me at flesh-eating zombies. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go 6.
Oh, me too. Yeah, it's it's a zombie movie ending.
Yeah,
Um,
kind of similar to the original.
I've never seen.
Oh, I did not know that James Gunn did the
Yeah.
screenplay for this,
Uh
and Zack Snyder directed it.
huh. You didn't know Zack Snyder directed this?
Nope.
Hmm. I think this is his first
Now that I
movie.
said it, it does ring a bell, but I didn't realize it at first.
Yeah, I think he went from video game or music video director.
Thanks,
Thankfully,
Dell. I really
yeah,
appreciate you being on, man.
yeah. Thanks, Del. You're
Excision,
wonderful.
watch it, get it. No,
No,
I'm just kidding.
no, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Thanks for watching, Del, man. Thank you for the support.
Appreciate you being on for this long, man. Taking it.
You're a trooper. So you want to reward him with Incision?
Yeah,
No, we want him to come back.
he's gonna come back if nothing else to go. Dave, you suck, bro.
Um, you
Um,
want ending, right?
yeah, ending.
I'm gonna go 6 too.
Yeah, I'm down for that because the ending doesn't really ring any bells for me. It was like I
Yeah,
was like, okay, more about the journey
yeah.
again. Okay, story.
It's the same as any other zombie movie,
Hmm.
but through the eyes of Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
Um,
and James Gunn because
yeah,
he wrote the screenplay, but it is still loosely based on the original George A.
yeah.
Romero screenplay. Um,
I'm gonna go 7.
that's a good one. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
that
gonna go
score.
7.
Okay, scares.
These are running zombies again.
Yeah, these are fast ones. That's
Yeah,
good.
and that scares me.
Um,
That little girl, like at that opening sequence, that terrified me. Oh shit! I didn't want.
yeah,
I had to keep an extra eye on my kid
yeah.
when I first saw that.
Is that door locked from the outside? Damn it.
I think
um,
I'm gonna go 7.
okay. I think I'm gonna go one higher. I'm gonna go 8. I liked it. I dug it. Okay, jumps.
Mm. Again, I go back to that little girl because
Yeah,
that shit made me jump.
yeah,
Mm. They're in the mall. There's a
yeah.
couple.
There's a couple of like
Yeah,
get you.
I think I'm gonna go 6
Yep,
on this.
yep. Down for that. Special effects,
I dug
really
them.
good, really
Yeah,
good.
um, but it's not a 10.
No, I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9 too.
I'm gonna go 9. Okay, gore.
I am going for Rich Gore. I'm gonna go 7
Okay,
because
I'm
you see some blood.
yeah,
You see that baby born or
yeah.
how what?
Birth scenes. I have a problem. I have a problem with birth scenes.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna have
no, I'm down.
7.
I'm down for a 7. Um, The one thing in the original Dawn of the Dead, there's a really cool like open up the belly and pull the intestines out scene, and that's kind of um the thing to compare it to when I'm watching the reboot and I'm looking for that particular like something particular like that to where it's like flesh ripping open, pull out the intestines, and the zombies eating it, and that's gory to me. I like that. That's I kind of want that, and I didn't get that.
You get it in The
I
Walking Dead, but you don't get it in this movie.
Yeah, you get it in The Walking Dead all the time. You get that every other episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
you
do.
That. Yeah. So
7, right?
Yeah, you said 7, and I said 7. So disturbing. Birth scene.
Yeah.
Disturbing.
And again, I go back to that opening sequence.
Yeah, with the girl.
That is very disturbing because oh shit, your kid's coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they don't know what's going on until they get outside and they see. So this is gonna be the movie of the 7s.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna go 7. Yeah,
I'm at a 7 too.
Dave's doing his math. So this week's episode was gore, and what you call it, blood and gore.
I call it blood and gore.
Blood and gore was very tough for Rich.
Yeah, tough for Rich.
Yeah, tough for Turnerfan77.
Not your favorite.
No. Hey, but I made it through. I survived.
You did it. You survived it.
Barely. But next week is paranormal, right?
Paranormal.
Yeah, because I started 1408. I'm almost done with that.
Yeah. You're basically stepping in. That's my favorite subgenre of horror is paranormal.
I'm not a John Cusack fan, but I think he does a good job in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I almost didn't pick this because I knew you weren't a John Cusack fan. But as far as paranormal goes, I really like this.
Yeah, so far me too. I forgot Sam Jackson was even in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You still adding everything up?
Yeah, I'm getting Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to paranormal movies. You got some good picks there. And I haven't seen Autopsy of Jane Doe in forever.
Oh God, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I almost didn't pick it either, and I was like, no, because I'm trying to do different types of paranormal. So like some ghosts, some magic, some possession, things like that to kind of cover different types.
Did you pick Possession?
I picked The Possession, yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked 2 possession movies.
Yeah. Did you get that new Amityville 4K?
Nope.
No, me neither. It's a nice box set. At least it looks like it.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan. I was more of a fan of the reboot, the Ryan Reynolds Amityville. I liked that one better than the original.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
original terrifies me.
I don't know.
I mean, I like the Ryan Reynolds one, but it's not scary to me.
No.
And that original one terrifies me.
I don't know. I didn't find it that scary. It's weird.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
But you'll watch a dude eat out a chick on a period, David.
Yeah. Because that scared me.
It scares me too. Yeah.
It's so funny. I didn't think that's where you were gonna have the problem. I really thought it was gonna be somewhere else. But when you said it, I'm like, oh, it makes total sense.
I mean, I didn't mind. I mean, the visual of her having, she was having sex with them corpses, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that was disturbing, you
yeah.
know, the
But
stuff.
you
But
but you got through.
yeah, I chugged through that. That wasn't. Um, but yeah, the look of horror on his face when he looked in the mirror.
And he's like, ah, and she's like, what? That's not what you wanted? Yeah, I know.
It's fucked up, David. It's
It gives me
awesome.
chills just thinking about it.
So what are we doing first? So we're doing um, next week's show on Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you froze.
Did I?
Okay. Yeah.
I am not looking at my screen right now, trying to.
Okay. See, I don't have to work this Monday, but um, I need to get a hold of Nate and Alex because they said that they're 90% sure that
I lost you.
we're going to have to work Halloween night. So shit, I'm about to say it.
Okay.
You might
Yeah,
say it
I
too.
lost you. It's like
Because I'm
something
looking.
about 90% sure and Halloween night is all I got.
Oh, I'm gonna have to probably work. So if they need to find someone
Oh,
further, and because I need to let them know this week, because I don't want to leave them hanging the day before. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's getting
think I
that time of the year where
remote down. Good. Okay.
holiday season's here.
All right. That's it. Easy. 63. So I think this is going to be last. Um, 66.
I did get
9.
this new movie. I got my Ring Steel.
Yeah, mine got pushed. I'm not getting it till tomorrow. Oh, you froze again. Dang it.
And did you pick up that Ring Steel book?
Yeah, they pushed it today though. I'm not getting it till tomorrow.
Yeah, I was supposed to get mine today too, and and mine's coming tomorrow. I did pick up 3 more movies for a Prime Day. I got The Northman for $15. Edge of Tomorrow for $15, and Jurassic World. Um, nice,
So, I got my Kino Lorber Shocktoberfest buys.
nice.
So
What
that
are the
should be
prices?
they. I think every movie I got was under $10 Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
That's really good.
I got The Associate for my wife because she's a big Whoopi Goldberg fan, and then I got the Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, Ghost Ship, and I think 2 or 3 others. But they were
Nice.
all they were all between $7 and $10, 7 and 9
Oh,
bucks,
that's
something like
really
that.
good.
Yeah. And then I'm pre-ordering Mystery Men when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
That's okay. You can be
I
sorry.
had
That's
to
fine.
send you that link to that news clip of um, Friday the 13th Part 4.
Yes, I'm getting that for sure.
Yeah, me too. I love those steel books.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that whole set for sure.
Did I tell you I watched my Scream Factory box set of Friday the 13th, the first one, and it looked really, really good. So I don't think I'm gonna upgrade mine to that 4K because the Scream Factory looked really good. I started watching the Purge movies. I watched one. Um, when was it? Sunday? Last night? Yeah, last evening, yesterday afternoon, or whenever I watched it. It was Sunday night. I don't know. One of the nights I watched The Purge. Thought about starting the Mission Impossible movies over again. See where Rain Man's getting a 4K release.
Mm-hmm.
Probably get that at some point. It's a Tom Cruise movie. I still need to get Tropic Thunder. That came out today, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it got released today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to get that. That's a movie. I don't even own it.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
I
own it
think
at all.
I might just have the DVD, but I think I've got the Blu-ray. Yep. Okay. Interesting. All right. So at number 10 is Texas Chainsaw.
I can see that.
We gave it a 63.5. IMDb gives it a 4.5. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 19% tomato meter and 40% audience score. Number 9 is the Rob Zombie Halloween. Gets a 66.5 from us, 6.2 from IMDb, 27% tomato meter with a 59% audience score. At number 8 is Dawn of the Dead. We gave it a 68.5. IMDb gives it a 7.3. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 76% tomato meter, 77% audience score. So they're a little bit higher than us. At number 7 is Hellraiser, 69.5. 6.9. So yeah, we gave it a 69.5. IMDb gives it a 6.9.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 70 for a tomato meter and 73 audience score. So we're like right on par with that.
Yeah.
At number 6 is Excision, your favorite and mine. We gave it a 71. IMDb gives it a 6.1. Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 85%.
The fuck? Did they watch the same movie I did?
Tomato meter, 85%, 61% audience score.
You people are all fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
You people are sick, just like Dave. At number 5 is 28 Weeks Later. We gave it a 73. IMDb gives it a 6.9. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 72 tomato meter and 66 audience score. Number 4 is The Hills Have Eyes. We give it a 74.5. IMDb gives it a 6.4. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 52% tomato meter and 58% audience score. Number 3 is Final Destination 2, also with a 74.5. I had to pick which one I wanted. So I picked Final Destination 2. 74.5, it gets, and IMDb gets a 6.2. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 48% tomato meter and a 58% audience score. Number 2 is X. We gave it a 79. IMDb gives it a 6.6. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 94% tomato meter and 75% audience score. So we're right on par with the audience score there. And number 1, I Saw the Devil. We gave it a 92.5. I mean, leaps and bounds over the rest of our movies here. IMDb gave it a 7.8. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 81% tomato meter, 87% audience score. So total points, 35 for me, 20 for you.
Damn, you kicked my ass.
All right. Good stuff, bro. You made it through.
I made it through.
You came, you saw, you survived.
Barely.
Moving on.
Barely survived.
Moving on to,
Yeah.
No more period blood for you, bro. You don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh.
Get no more rich after dark.
Yeah. Well, the look on his face was priceless. He's like, no.
He was like, ah! Yeah.
Yeah.
We
had naked old ladies. We had old people fucking. We had
old naked people.
Yeah. This is a very
it's a very disturbing movie all the way around. This was one, yeah, I would have. It needed to be like a 12 disturbing.
Yeah.
Because it was way more disturbing than I Saw the Devil, and we gave them both 10s.
Yeah.
But that's just as far as it can go.
Yeah. I Saw the Devil's a fantastic film.
So good.
I call it a film because it's art. The storytelling. I mean, all film is art, but I mean, this stands out.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you liked it, bro, and it's
I loved it. I to be honest, I think that might make my recommend too.
For really the end of the month.
Yeah, I really do. I think that might make my take one of my spot.
Yeah, I was gonna try to do that too. Recommend 2 from one of the 40 movies that we watched.
Yeah, 40 movies
for this month, not counting the other ones.
Right.
That I've been seeing, because I've been trying to do my 31 for the month, and I can't. I'm not.
That's just a lot of horror, man.
That's a horror. That's a lot of horror. That's 71 horror movies, and
Yeah.
But
So I would bring up some animation. I want to do some.
but
Well, stuff
we
with
just
DC.
we need a palate cleanser. We need to do some we need
Well, our
something in
90s movies
because
ones,
we're doing
they're
our
so good.
90s movies, but we're gonna do that probably around somewhere around the middle of the month. We'll
Yeah.
figure that out. It's not going to be like right off the bat.
Oh no.
It's not going to be the first.
So
Um,
we'll be. I guess we'll talk that later.
yeah, we'll iron that out. Figure out what we're going to do.
Mhm.
We'll talk offline. Um, but okay, so next week Monday will be our top 10 Tuesday, and we are going to do our top 10 paranormal movies. That's going to be a lot of fun. 6 p.m.
Mhm.
Pacific, 8 Central, 9 Eastern time. Um, and then Tuesday next week will be a special episode of Spirits with Spirits, which is the other podcast I host. And there we are going to talk about the houses October built and discuss like haunted houses.
If you
And
guys haven't checked his Spiritual Spirit, it's funny. They had me rolling because they were being great, and the banner between the two of them is pretty good. I dug it.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing the show. And it's not, we talk about spooky shit, but we're
Yeah.
laughing and because the whole thing is about, drinking beer
Mm-hmm.
and talking about the paranormal. So, speaking of which, tomorrow for Spirits with Spirits, which starts at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to look at the 5 most haunted locations in Charleston, South Carolina, which was rated one of the top 10 most haunted cities in the world.
Oh damn.
So, so we picked out some locations. We're going to talk about basically what we do is we talk about the history of the place, evidence that they come up, and then we score it doing a similar version of the lowdown, only
Yeah.
with the location. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Check that out.
Uh,
If you guys still here watching, definitely go give them a watch and a sub.
appreciate it. We've got like 12 subs, so it's
Hey, that's someone.
no, that's it's fine. We have a lot of fun doing it, and it's more we get more people like on Spotify and things like that, listening to the audio than we do
Well, it's easy to
being on the
listen
live
to.
stream.
You can pop it in while you're in your car driving on the
Yeah,
way to work and stuff like that.
yeah, but yeah, we do all kinds of stuff. So we alternate between picking a city. So right now we're doing a city one week, and then the next week we do something different. Like last week we talked about glitches in the Matrix, and then next week we're talking about the haunted houses, and these are like the ones that they do for Halloween, and pick like some of the scariest ones, and also talk about actual haunted locations that they've turned into haunted houses and stuff like that. Um, and I don't know what city we're going to do after that, but the following week we're going to talk about evidence of time travel.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be a lot of fun because we're, things like paintings and pictures and things like that that
Mm-hmm.
show like modern stuff and
Yeah.
talk about things like that as time travel evidence and um like there's a picture of a bunch of people getting out of the movie theater for a Charlie Chaplin movie, and there's one guy that looks like he's wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses and he has a cell phone.
I think I've seen that photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about stuff like that.
It'll be
But yeah,
fun.
we've got to pick another city to do before then. So that's going into November. But that'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, tomorrow's going to be or not tomorrow. Next week, next Monday will be our last horror movie top 10, and it's going to be paranormal, which
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. That's my favorite type of horror movie. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And there was actually one movie that you had that I hadn't seen, but I owned it, so I watched that last night and I liked it.
Which one was it?
Night House.
Oh, no. Oh, I really like that movie.
Yeah, I dug it. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Best thing
let's
for
go.
watching.
Let's go take a shower and wash all this off from wash all this
Right?
period blood off that we got to deal with.
I hope everyone has a great week.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy it. Be safe. And just enjoy. Watch some good
Yeah.
movies.
Watch some movies. Have fun.
Mhm.
Enjoy the rest of the month. I hope you guys can go trick or treating or take your kids
Yeah.
out and be safe there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And then oh yeah, so October 31st, we've got the Geeks and Flicks, and it looks like you won't be able to go, but
I'm 90% sure I won't be able to.
yeah,
Um,
but I'll be there. I'll have the, you know,
you're gonna win it.
I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna be
You're
in
gonna win it.
there. I'll be in it to win it.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun, and maybe Huck was talking about having another trivia thing, and maybe I'll be involved in that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, KB Loves Movies on Thursday. It probably will show up like around 9 or 10 in the morning Pacific time because he puts it in early. But it's already been done. He's doing the editing on it, and then what he does is he takes the recording and airs it live, and then he's on the chat to respond to questions
Right.
and stuff. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to be on there as well so that I can respond to questions. But I recommended you to be on there as a
Oh,
future
cool.
guest.
Thank you.
So he's gonna hit you up and
Awesome.
probably sometime next month.
Cool. I
Get
appreciate
you on
that.
there for the conversation. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, bro.
Again, guys, take care, man.
Be safe, everybody. We'll see you next week. Monday.
Monday. Yeah, Monday. Don't forget Monday.